Computer. Open Fravor Communication Channel, Orbon 7. Kiani Residence. Sarah, there's something I need you to understand. Something difficult. Way back when, in the GU, and before the corpse. Well, we had this thing called democracy. You might have heard of it. The people would vote, and who it was they wanted to represent them. And this was a great idea for a time. Sounds nice, doesn't it? Being able to choose who's in power. Being able to choose who it is who wields law, makes the laws, punishes you. And that might have worked way back when, a long time ago. But times changed. That's what Brax didn't understand. People got faster. Everybody wanted something now. Before what long? Well, making the decision once every couple of years wasn't enough. People wanted to make more decisions. People wanted to keep it going. People got that taste of power. And they couldn't get enough. So as time went on, they started voting on other things. Using other methods. It wasn't a ballot or some sort of data pad signature, no. They started using their money. Transactions, currencies, the little decisions they made every day, voting who it was that they wanted on top. The megacorps may not seem like it now, but it might be hard to imagine, but once upon a time, they were just like any other business. All of them were. Albeit, maybe they got a bit of a head start. But the point is, you don't get to control the galaxy based on just a couple of decisions, a couple of votes, and buying it. No. At some point, a lot of people have to make a lot of deals. A lot of mutually beneficial deals. That put companies like WOTO, like Nirvana, like Mars, above the rest. Do you know what I'm seeing? Do you understand what I'm saying? Do you see what I'm getting at? There are men out there who like to tell you that the corpse nowadays, well, they're unjust. Nah. That might be right. But no. The corpse were voted for many millions and billions of times. In a certain light, the megacorps are some democracy of some 300-400 years of human democracy. I know. It's a hard one to understand. But what's happening right now? Who's in charge? The state of things. This is what humanity wants. You might meet some slummers who come up with some rhetoric about freedom. Humanity doesn't want freedom. It never has. We found that out a long time ago. They don't want free. They want easy. They want to make a trade. Make my life better. Get me up on top, leave me alone. Make it happen faster, quicker, smoother. And I'll give you everything I've got. That's humanity. So when you're thinking on your old man, and you're thinking on the decisions you had to make, just remember that. It wasn't just Leonard who made the decisions that led to where our family is today. It was hundreds of years of docile humans trading away their freedoms. It's what the people want. I love you. I know you're a smart girl. I know this is hard to hear, but one day you'll understand why I had to do what I did. Whether I try to protect you from it or not, you'll understand. By putting one corp on top is the only way anything gets better. Your old man's got a lot of work to do today. He's gonna do things that he might regret. But I'm doing it for that future. Sarah. I'm doing it because it's what the people voted for. In transmission. It's gonna be a hell of a day, Len. A hell of a day. I hope Korgak doesn't fuck me. Oh! Well, that's unusual. You appear as though you've broken some trans-dimensional rift. I prefer the express shuttle. Fuck me, man, you're in a hurry. I better not be late to that fucking meeting. It's a place I need to be. Yeah, the usual. What have I told you about giving that look? Give the game away, alright? Hey there. Simon, looking good. Haven't seen you about in a while. It looks like you got some new trades to boot. Listen, I hope have you seen Ricky or Mr. GOLDMAN about? Have they already headed off to the meeting, or are they up in there?
Not yet. Monty went that way. I haven't seen Ricky yet, but GOLDMAN is in his office right now.
Aye, I better check in. He's been busy for the last couple of days. Lots to catch up on. I'll be seeing you about, Simon. Good to see you around as usual, and that idea you had. Talk to people. Get some wastelanders up here on that. Excellent idea. You're on to something. I'll speak later. Morning, lads. Hey, I'm saying this to everyone who comes through this way, but if you see any of those Atlantis boys come through, don't tell them why, but don't let them on premise, no matter what they say, alright? Just come find me, we're on Radio 10. Speak to you soon. Sorry, what was that?
You prefer that we ready you, or you just want us to just run into the office?
Aye, if you could just run into the office, it's probably best, but try not to make it look too, you know.
Not too sketchy.
Aye.
Thank you.
Oh, that was bad. Nearly got the flavour. Good morning. Good morning, Mr. Goldman. You about?
Yes, come in.
Morning, sir. If you're not a sight for sore eyes. I take it your business trip was successful.
I didn't go anywhere. I was still on Corvallis 3.
Aye, well, nobody can go anywhere right now with the warp gate closed, but, whatever you were doing, sir, I hope it was a productive time. Listen, just before Ricky shows up, I had a chat with him and Manu the other day about what he's been getting up to, and, well, let's just say we might need to have a bit of a connection on that at some stage. He's,
Oh boy.
not himself. I take it you got my
No, he
report.
hasn't been himself for a while.
Aye, and, well,
And yes, I did get your report. Thank you very much for filing that. Yes, I agree. Something should be brought up.
aye.
And we can make that happen, but I do have a meeting here in just about 15 minutes. You know how I love my meetings. So
Aye, well, I was
we'll,
hoping I
schedule
might
that
accompany
meeting for
you.
after this one.
It's been suggested that
Oh, very well.
heads of security turn up given the current situation, and given a couple of things on that report, I think it's about time people started talking seriously about the,
Indeed.
yeah. Upper City's compromised.
I agree with you 100%. You know, you got a stern mind for these kinds of things, Leonard, and it's gonna get you far, especially in WOTO.
Just trying to keep you alive, sir. Oh well, I'll wait outside for you to finish up.
Do you hear something? Something right about this way.
I don't hear anything, sir.
Never mind. Very well.
Alright, I'll wait outside. Let me know if you need anything. It's been a long night with a lot to think about. Astral's definitely gone broke. Well, sketch. Ricky's under the influence of some strange being. The only person who can corroborate it is a fucking elemental. And we got other things to think about besides. What did that lady say? Yeah. Something about, what was it? A hooded man paid her a lot of money to deliver that cube. I only know one hooded man in the upper city. And that wastelander, cyber zombie, something about nanites. That dickhead from SHIIIIEEEEEETTT's been probing our defences. The only he knows about my implant. He's had access to both Titan and these, well, zombie alternative devices. And the hooded thing with the cube. Well, let's just say it's not looking right. Kyoto now, Well, they're beyond fucked. The Lazarus situation is concerning. Gregor Brunswick. Good morning. I'm just waiting for Goldman. There's a meeting in the tower in a bit, and, well, I'm eager to be seen there. See, you two are catching up. What's your reckon of these new threads? Goldman will be down in a bit, but we're gonna head on over. It's been advised the security are on there at the moment as well, given the current situation.
You know, I think it looks great, but, I think it can go without the undershirt, you know?
Yeah, I'll take that in consideration.
Come
tomorrow without it.
Gotta give him some workout tips, Manu, on getting that six-pack popping.
Just gotta do 500 sit-ups every day, that's it.
Hey, see, a waistcoat's quite a daring move, you see, because some people think, oh, it's very stylish, and other people think he's holding in the gut. You gotta make sure that it's not up for interpretation. It's a daring move, but I like it.
That's fair.
Hey, well, yours not holding yours in at all, is it? But that's more of a stylistic choice. I've had it. I'm not taking the piss out your shirt anymore, even though you should have ditched it when you were 12. I understand this is difficult for you.
You know what? I'm gonna go ahead. I'll see you guys soon.
Do you know about Manu?
What about Manu?
I don't see why you should. You know how he sometimes goes, WOTO #1, and all that sort of shit, and it sounds all... Hey. Just take a word from me. Don't bring it up. Good God, don't bring it up. You're honestly better off not knowing.
Keep that in mind.
Hey, I see that you do. So, tell me then, Simon, I'm very interested about your take on this whole Gregor Brunswick situation. Last I heard, you were getting buddy-buddy with this Locke fella. How does it feel to know that the man is in fact one of the most wanted men on Corvanis 3?
Well, it definitely changes things.
Hey, did he tell you anything?
He didn't tell me anything.
No.
It's not like we were close or anything.
Did he ask you anything?
Did he ask me anything? No.
Hey.
Nothing to note, at least. What has he got with him? I saw some things around his...
runes, I believe they're to power his mumbo-gumbo. Once again, best not to ask about it. It's a difficult run thing, but no. That man changes a lot. It's impossible to me that this man can have lived on this planet for over a year and someone in the GU doesn't know about it. Aside this and the Lazarus thing, well, I fear the worst, I really do. I know I'm security, I'm paid to be paranoid, but between that, Astral and all the other shit in that report, well, it's gonna be an interesting day, that's for sure. Couple of days, hopefully, if I don't catch a bullet.
I suppose, you said you're going over to the GU tower with Mr. Goldman, right?
Aye, when he's ready. I don't want to rush him. He's been out of the office for the last couple of days, probably got things to file and emails to catch up on. Listen.
Would it have to do with anything you just told me about?
No. I wouldn't presume to know the inner workings of that man's mind. Either part of it, the mechanical one or the otherwise. I know I'm one to talk. Listen. There's a very good chance that at this meeting we're gonna bring up the, fact that we have known GU loyalist traitors within the senior executive ranks of the Upper City Corps. I know you've had your dealings down there, but I'm just gonna say it now. try not to do anything that might cast doubt. I'm sure we've all got your back, but if we start calling people out for their fucking, shall we say, dalliances in the night, and you're seen walking around talking to some wanteds, then, well, you can see how that might cause a problem.
Well, yeah, I see why. Though it shouldn't really cause too much of a problem, considering I'm pretty sure the only corp that knows that I was down there, even talking to people.
Aye, no, he's got his fresh new
Good morning,
threads.
Mr. Ricker.
Oh, look at you. Someone's
I've been thinking-
clothes shopping or something. You look different.
Did you find a... Did you go on a date recently? Is that why you got these new threads?
Ooh.
No.
Hey, it's okay. You can tell
Strictly
us, man.
business.
Yeah, if you like someone, you know, it's all good. We don't really care.
Yeah, and if you need someone protected, it might be a good idea to tell us now before whatever kicks off of this fucking meeting.
I have no idea. What?
My leg doesn't move for some reason. I'll be right back.
It's alright. It's a problem with the gravity on Corvan, isn't he? Aye, he's up at his office. Just sat at his desk answering a few emails. He's been out for the last couple of days, so he's probably got a lot to catch up on. I'm sure he'll be accepted if you're about.
Not waste any time then, yeah. I like the digs. You look like you're trying to be threatening, which is better than, you know, not trying.
Well, thank you, sir.
Hey.
Good
Which,
choice,
Ricky,
right.
funniest thing, just quickly. The other day, you know we were talking about your suit. Turns out there's a tailor doing the rounds in the upper city looking to make a name for herself. I suggested you might want to have a conversation with you at some point. Unless it is a stylistic choice, which is fine.
I don't give a shit.
I figured as
I'm
much.
proud of my
When you have a-
fur. What?
When you have a chance, can I talk to you real quick? I just need to talk to you real quick.
Like before the meeting, talk real quick, or like
Just
after?
right now, yeah, right now.
Okay, yeah. What's going on?
Mystery abounds. What was
You
that?
seem to be spending a lot of time together.
Aye, that they do. Well, expect more on that later. Keep that on the hush-hush for now. I'm sorry, I seem to have been suddenly struck with a hell of a headache. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Just a moment. I better just go through to the office and check out what's going on. My bloody head. So all this bloody stress is getting to me. Let's quickly stand out of the way. What the fuck is this slideshow that's just started? I didn't even do anything. Booted everything in the right order. I mean, my VRAM is not doing anything else. So it's not telling me I don't have low VRAM. God, if only someone would give me my fucking processor! But that wouldn't affect VP VRAM, but it might affect whatever the fuck this is. Right, it seems to have evened out now. Back to RP. No shutter gates.
Hopefully you can find out some more information. But, I mean, they shouldn't be knowing about it anyway.
Or
Is
over
your
with,
transmission
whichever
good
one.
now?
Hey.
Yeah, it should be good now. Sorry about that.
Sorry, I was having a bit of a headache. Do you have the same thing? Maybe something in the filter.
No, purely my own problem. Unless it was like a, you know.
Hey, I was having a bit of a
maybe
cluster
you have a
headache in
frequency
there as
from the
well.
alien or some shit.
I fucking hope not.
Yeah.
I wasn't aware that we changed the meeting room to the middle of the fucking lobby.
All right, Grumpy Pants. Good to see you too. You want to talk up there?
Oh, I gotta go to a meeting.
Yeah, I do too. A couple things you should know before we go to this meeting. Well, where do we want to start? There's a lot, actually.
Hey, there is a lot.
Number
5
one.
minutes.
I think lock is the most pressing thing, right?
Yeah, so basically, Astro's compromised as fuck. I did not know he was Gregor Brunswick before when I put that kill squad out. It wasn't a thing. They suddenly decided that, first of all, one day they were cozy enough with him to get headcam footage given to them from him, and then the next day he goes missing, and they just suddenly figure out he's one of the most wanted men on Corvanis 3. I don't buy it at all. Looks suspicious as fuck, and now he can't be found, and the one people who could tip him off was Astronal. That's probably the biggest one here. We're going to go to this meeting. I very much intend to bring up the fact that the upper city is compromised. Obviously, with what's going on in the Nirvana situation, we've got to talk about quite lightly, because Union aren't supposed to know about that for now. But we've now confirmed that there are, breaches in loyalties for the head of several major corp executive positions. So, Upper City's not safe. We'll need to be super careful what we fucking do, and the only way we can keep ourselves safe, weirdly, is going public with what we know. If we keep it to ourselves, we're wanted targets. There is one other thing though, Sarah. Yesterday I had a meeting about Titan with some of the Wastelanders down there. They talked about a number of things, one of which I mentioned in the report, the Titan control panel, but the other one I didn't. Cyber zombies. Titan produce nanites, which create zombies. They puppet the body. Now, we know that we aren't using our own zombie samples to create motherfucking zombies. That's just not something we do specifically on guards, which we're going to be bringing to the GU Tower. Just doesn't make sense. I have no idea how that man got infected before we got there. One of the man we can positively ID though is the fucking chief decker of SHIIIEEEEEETTT. The man who was scanning for our defences. Probably found out more than he needs. And also just so happens to be a, let's just say hooded individual. Now, I don't know if you remember about the woman I shot outside. You remember she brought the cube up saying that a hooded individual paid her a lot of money to deliver it to us. Well, there's only one hooded individual I know up here. And whilst it's a little bit circumstantial, I've got my heckles up. That Alec fella, I'm starting to think he might just be a useful idiot. But there's something going on in SHIIIEEEEETTT, and it seems to be aimed at us. That's all I had to add on top of the report, though.
Thank you very much, Leonard.
Hey.
Anything else to report?
Yeah, about the Union. So, I was in the end of city yesterday with our good friend Manu. We're walking around it, and I was approached by a,
You were walking around?
Yeah, I had shit to do, okay?
What is with this sudden slideshow every 5 minutes?
The high threat response team guy shows up out of nowhere, comes up to me and says,
Will they join us?
Got an alert that there has been a breach of privacy in which someone, a corporate individual, spilled the beans, so to speak, about the you-know-what Lazarus program to someone in the Union, and explained exactly what that means. Now, Union are not meant to know about this stuff for obvious reasons. It's one of our biggest edges on them is that we have multiple lives. And, because of this spilled beans, and I was the highest ranking corporate character down there at the time, I gave the call that they should take this guy out. He worked for Nirvana. I believe they took him out on the spot, and now I told Nirvana yesterday and they're dealing with it. But we very much will be going into a meeting in which Union lets us all know they know about the Lazarus program, and we're gonna have to have that awkward conversation.
About conversation, I mean killing everyone in the building.
Possible. You try to knock off our life.
Hey, 1 second.
You know.
Okay, now we're just being dramatic. There's no way they'd try something like that. They'd be obliterated.
Don't know if we could be taking many risks right now. Not with what's coming.
I gotta head to this meeting. Both you two are coming with me.
Aye.
So, let's scatter. 1 minute.
Let's go.
The hell, man, you go.
I believe you saw something you need to take care of.
Okay, just try this a few times to see if it works.
Timing company. You know, you can swap war stories and see,
That does seem to work. even though I'm not tabbing out at all.
Without me, it should have just begun this second. I should just be a few minutes late.
Absolutely.
How long ago
We'll
did
be
it
caught up
start?
once we get there. It just started, sir.
Very well, then get out of my way.
Absolutely, sir.
Good lord.
And unfortunately, we have begun to confiscate weapons for this meeting, so please drop your guns off at the door.
I'm sorry, what was that?
We are confiscating guns before the meeting due to an issue last time.
No.
Absolutely.
I don't think so.
Pardon me. Man's got a sniper rifle and a pistol on his... You're gonna tell me guns are being confiscated? Shut the hell up. Get out of my chair.
Mr. Korgak, security personnel are being asked to stay outside for this meeting if you are insistent on bringing firearms.
Very well, I will turn over my weapons.
Thank you kindly.
You need a place to sit, you can sit here.
Okay.
Not gonna take the orange-haired man's pistol?
No, thank you.
Is this really the time to worry about weapons?
This is exactly the time to be worrying about weapons.
Shall we continue?
Please, proceed.
Raise your voice up, Cole.
Is it better? Okay. So I was saying, the current known threat is called Titan. We don't know if there maybe be more. As I said, maybe the space threat that we heard about before is absolutely something else. But we know that Titan is an actual threat. Titan has gotten the access to the warp gates. We've been trying to stop it to buy time, shutting the warp gates off, and it's been like turning it off, on and on again.
That's what you came up with? I'm sorry, what the hell?
Finish, Mr. GOLDMAN.
Please, go ahead.
I want to hear everyone's ideas and opinion on this topic. Mine at the moment is, instead of just waiting for it to attack us, if we manage to find its location, we can get to it and attack first, and get it by surprise. I'm open to any opinions and ideas to what to do with this threat that is coming to us. And if you have any information about another threat, it would be lovely to share right now.
Your man Blaine was allegedly on the ground for the entire event. If you want to know where it is, why don't you ask him?
What about?
The attack on Scraptown.
Ladies right there if you wanna... Oh, yes, I'm right here.
Aye, right, well, why don't you elucidate us as to the location of this Titan?
Well, Titan itself, as far as I'm concerned, is, well, at least from the information I've been told, isn't exactly located in a specific place. From what I've been told, from different synthetic things like that, after, you know, a lot of investigation to make sure they were safe and whatnot, that the planet we live on is Titan. There is no spot where Titan is. Everywhere is Titan, if that helps. And he's not dead. We thought he was. Apparently not. There's apparently, I don't know if there's more of them or clusters or what, or if there's other planets that he's linked to. No idea. I know very little. All I know is.
What do you mean? What do you mean by this planet is Titan? Like, is it?
That's a great question. That's all I've been told. Is it was very vague.
It has mana, as all living things do. It exists like you or I as a planet, but that is a different enemy than the one that SHIIIIEEEEEETTT is trying to stop, which is a hive mind that isn't here yet. A piece of it is, but the hive mind isn't here yet. At the moment. Why are you worried about Titan?
Is the hive mind connected to Titan?
Because it's apparently another threat that we're facing. Well,
Because I think I know what the hive mind is.
Recently, there was a few people present here. Actually, Leonard was there. We had some guards suddenly go rogue and turn zombie. WOTO guard specifically walked into SHIIIIEEEEEETTT, unresponsive, kind of mumbling to himself, armed and walked right through security. Wasn't responding. Forced to be gunned down. Didn't die, and it was like shambling along, kind of zombie-like, very, very disturbing.
I'm glad that you brought that up, Lane. Very glad indeed.
Titan. So we're very worried about this Titan thing.
Because recently I had a meeting with some of the fellas at the Wasteland, and they revealed to me that this Titan was capable of producing nanites, capable of puppeting a body. Interesting indeed that these things are able to create cyber zombies as it is, and you were on the ground for the entire affair. Interesting that that hasn't come up in your assessment, Blaine, Chief Decker of SHIIIIEEEEEETT Corp.
Yeah, well, head of security, close, you almost had the title right. But, I'll have you know, and you can ask Ian and anyone else from Scraptown who was there, I was stationed on a rock the entire time, standing right at the wall. I never went out.
Ian is compromised.
Yeah, what do you mean?
If I may be frank, gentlemen, learned of the Assembly, the upper city is compromised. Has been for some time. Many of you will have heard news from Nirvana. Many of you will have heard news of Gregor Brunswick, the commander of a GU destroyer, one of the largest destroyers ever brought against the Corps. When I sent Astral, following them killing WOTO personnel, to the kill log, I just knew he was a man who had it in for my boss. I didn't have a clue he was a commander. I didn't have a clue the weight of what it was I was asking. I have recordings given to me by Astral employees. Recordings of this man, as well as various others which I will be presenting to the assembles. Aboard the Retribution, the man's very vessel. Apparently these helmet recordings, sensitive information for such a highly wanted man, as I'm sure you'll agree, were just given to him. As soon as I call the hit out, however, well, this man just disappears, and all of a sudden, after being chummy with him for so long, Astral just happened to figure out that this man they've known for a while just happens to be the commander of a GU destroyer, thought dead for a long time. So you tell me why I should listen to anything that Ian has to say, or yourself for that matter.
Well, I don't know about Ian and any of that crap, but you can ask anyone from the waste that was there, and anyone else on the detail. Just sat on a wall. What happened? Yeah, actually, Conrad saw me out there.
Exactly. You're just stationed out there.
I get it, Leonard. You fucked up and you pissed off the wrong guy and you're scared. Let's focus on the task at hand, like the giant space.
Mr. Leonard, if you would allow the Galactic Union to have the floor, I would love to fill people in on the actions of Gregor Locke Brunswick, because he has recently reappeared.
Please, do.
Yesterday, at the beginning of the working day, Gregor Locke Brunswick showed himself in the upper city. I don't know how he got access, but he waltzed directly into the Galactic Union office, decided to interrogate me, to get information out of me on what the corporations are doing, and what didn't get information, he shot me. My security personnel rushed to the scene and I was healed by Nirvana, and I am currently suffering with a limp because of it. I will make the argument for the Astral Company's presence being needed here, even if Ian is compromised, because he is the only security barrier that the Union can afford.
Of course you'll make that argument because corporations have their own individual militaries. We have no need for mercenary corporations. Why should we help you with the problem that is the galactic unions?
I believe that Gregor Lock Brunswick is everybody's problem. All it takes is one errant slip of a train pass and we have terrorists within our midst.
So currently, we're facing apparently 3 threats. Space one called the Hive Mind, Titan, and this guy named Locke.
There's only one threat. You're all so dramatic. The only threat that there is the actual hive mind. That's what endangers the world. Titan is the world. It's mana. It's not a threat. It's not a person. It's just a planet. You can't fight it any more than you can fight air.
Then ask
the hive mind is the threat.
Why did Titan destroy a whole firewall on Sonity, got access to the warp gate, and every time we turn it off, it switched back on? What does Titan
the
want
hive
with that?
mind. Titan is the planet. The hive mind is what is shutting off.
Is Titan connected to the hive mind? Are they the same thing?
Of that, but because it has both a synthetic and magic organism, I can't detect anything beyond its synthetic nature.
Because
I'd assume they have something to do with each other.
we know full well that the hive mind is also getting access to corp radio in frequencies.
Yes, it is.
And
that it is.
I believe we actually have the location of said hive mind. It is at a GU outpost at the edge of the space sector. Okay.
That's the main source of it. The source. There's also a source of it on this planet in the wastelands. This is what caused the synthetic uprising.
So need
The main source of it?
We can get to that sector if necessary and attack it. Also,
no, you don't fight this. You've already lost all your cruisers to it on the outer rim, and now you're losing your warp gates. The only way to fight that hive mind out there is to redirect it.
Ahead of time this time. And I'm 100% sure that the thing that got access to our warp gates is Titan, not the hive mind. Illuminate me. Is there any chance that this hive mind is working with Titan, for example? For some reason.
Wait, what?
Is there any chance that Titan is working with this hive mind? Titan just getting access to the warp gates, turning them on when we turn them off. And the hive mind just gets to also buy our warp gates.
Yes, that is what is happening, but they don't work together. The planet doesn't think like an entity. It's mana. The hive mind's using it to accomplish what you're saying. There's one enemy. What I'm trying to say.
A being of mana producing nanites that can puppeteer a body.
There's some kind of synthetic connection with it, but it's both synthetic and magic, and I have no power over the synthetic part. I can't detect it. I can't do anything with that. I can only detect its magical signature. I can't answer that question for you.
If you believe that the warp gates are turning themselves on when you're trying to turn them off, that doesn't bode well for an encroaching threat at the edge of the sector.
That's what I'm trying to say. So, it's hive mind approaching, and apparently Titan is the one that has access to the warp gates and he's turning them on. I don't know if we're working together to hive mind here as soon as possible.
What I'm telling you is that you need to redirect that hive mind. It should never reach here. If it does, we're all done. We can fight the hive mind that's on this planet. We can discuss that. But the hive mind that's coming needs to be redirected. Can't get here.
I think we could redirect it to a different sector that's more.
Yes, with a large blast of energy or something that can recognize it.
If it goes to
our Mars problem.
Hold on, if it goes to a different sector, is that not going to... Will it not grow in power or grow in size?
It can, but you can't fight it anyway. Send it into deep space. Space is a very large place.
There has to be a way to fight it.
Good luck.
Damien.
Every corp head or representative is here. We can work together, think for a solution and face this threat instead of sending it everywhere and just wait for it to come back in the future.
Damien,
Come back
did you
bigger
say...
and stronger. Go ahead.
Did you say that the hive mind's in the Golden Lands? Is that what you said before?
The portion of it that's on this planet is.
A piece of it, yes.
Part of it, at least.
Yes.
Okay, so from what I know of what I tested from the Golden Lands, it does have some kind of synthetic connection. It has metal in it.
That's right.
So
Synthetical and magic at the same time.
I like if we could somehow pull another sample and we share that information with everyone here, because I don't hold enough information about it at the current moment.
Well,
I know
can
it's made of metal.
Can Talaris take care of the?
That'd be ideal.
You said that there's some sort of magical connection between the hive mind and the thing that it inhabits, right? So,
Yes.
is there no way that you can create, you can construct some sort of dampening device to at least dampen the effects that the hive mind has on the hosts? That way we can build it out into a larger capacity and keep it from infecting. We can send it to another sector and then keep it from infecting anything big in that sector, right?
Mind control in a magical sense isn't something we're capable of, but the synthetic connection with mind control is something beyond our understanding at Talaris. We can build something that can defeat the hive mind with some help from other corporations.
I think that's a great start. I don't know how the hell else we're gonna keep this thing, because we don't have right now. This is beyond all of us, and it's
a
right at our
discussion
step.
We started with WOTO.
It sounds the first plan of action is to lead another expedition to the Golden Lance and secure another sample.
That
Large
sample's
sample.
information would then be publicly shared among all of us. So then we have the information that we need to get together and work on something to defeat this thing.
I agree.
So now,
Agreed.
who, obviously Nirvana is capable of doing this alone. However, some supervision from a security corporation could be in order, and secure the assets without fault. I don't want mistakes on this because we're running out of time.
The G, we're already in talks with SHIIIIEEEEEETTT to put together a trap for the Golden Lance organism. We'll be ready, I think, as soon as tomorrow. Am I correct?
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Be wary how long we keep it, though.
Tomorrow.
It needs to be brought here and processed immediately. I don't want it to be sitting around for very long.
Of course.
Very well.
And forgive me for not being brief fully. Where is the Golden Lance?
A
Wasteland.
Wasteland.
That makes sense.
Mr.
Ready to
Goldman,
build your weapon, let Talaris know. We'll wait for you all to catch up on your information in the meantime.
it's ended. I'm not sure how much of our plans we should be discussing at all, but it's still so clear to us at the moment that we have all GU loyalists in the higher executive positions of a number of our corps. And this much...
I'm sorry.
Shouldn't trust the galactic.
You're very right, Mr. Leonard. There is a serious problem with I would consider double-timing fucking idiots who if they really lie their allegiances with the Union that heavily and are willing to have all of Corvinus 3 endangered, then I've lost faith in everybody, Leonard. So hopefully, despite our differences, despite our clear differences in allegiances and whatnot, we can work together to destroy something that is trying to destroy all of us. Is that acceptable? Very well.
I believe so.
In the future, of course.
Focus on one threat at this point.
Indeed. In the future, of course, we can reevaluate our situation and root out the bad eggs, as it were.
I'd like to follow
Right now, we need to...
with a bit of a visual of what exactly we might be fighting.
Is that right?
And that, Kyo has come to acquire not but a week or so ago, maybe a little later. I was waiting for the proper time to actually show this. On the screen, it will pop up the spaces you were talking before. It's a giant satellite, destroyed, it looks like. Still intact to where it can be probably used, but lots of damage. And within that damage, you'll see a red mist, more so flowing from the holes. And from the same holes, you'll see black tendrils wrapping around it in such a way where it seems like it's both keeping pieces together and reaching out at the same time. So I believe that this may be what is trying to get here.
It's already been here. Under that Mars.
I mean more so the satellite.
The rest of it.
So the piece of it is what we believe is on the Golden Lance then.
sector that Nirvana mentioned. That the core, main one, right? That's right.
You're making a mistake, GOLDMAN. You're making a huge mistake.
These two, or are they independent? Don't know.
Either way, we know where the big threat is.
I can't track things through space. There's no mana there. Magic only exists on Corvinus 3. I can only help you insofar as this planet is concerned. Fair enough. Another topic that I want to address. In the last meeting we have on this exact same room, I was sitting on that chair. When Mr. Goldman was talking, I just look outside. You know, one of the guards just dropping their arms, looking to the side and walking away. I catch a glimpse of an eye, and at the moment I thought it was just me imagining things. It was like a purple mist around the head, and I was informed that apparently these are nanites. So, right there, nanite goes to someone.
They could be in this room?
In this room.
I don't say that.
Among us.
And of confiscating weapons.
Ricky, you want to tell me more about this this plan for securing the sample? So what I understand is we have a ship with SHIIIEEEEETTT that's going to be retrieving the sample, bringing it back. Now, will we Mars security to secure that asset and deliver it to Nirvana?
That's correct.
Oh,
The
thank
way
God.
we have planned out this trap is that we've already seen the organism is drawn to using our vehicles as means of transport to get to the upper city. So we're gonna set up a a bait car down there near the Golden Lance. And once it is attracted to the vehicle, we analog-wise shut it off. There's actually no electronics in the vehicle whatsoever. We're able to contain it as it has no way of taking control of any of the energy that powers the thing. We transport it via Mars to Nirvana, where we can investigate it further and share our findings with everyone. That's the plan, at least.
One problem I'm seeing here, now something you might not have accounted for, is Wasteland Raiders. You know, what if they come along looking for this thing?
We're in pretty good talks with the Wasteland at the moment, as of yesterday. I don't believe they're going to be an issue.
We can't.
Also, that's what the Mars security is for.
Raiders who were on the Golden Lance that spoke of Sand Raiders.
Ah, that's different. What? Can you speak up? What was that? Something about Sand Raiders.
Ones that are not affiliated with the Wastelanders.
I have taken reports from some of our union representatives in the Undercity and the Wasteland and heard of reports of people who came back from the Golden Lance talking about Sand Raiders who have taken the ship sort of as their home. People who are not affiliated with Scraptown. People who live out there in the dunes.
What was that? You said Conrad, they're friends now?
Well, yes, I'm hearing that these scrap raiders are distant from the ones actually in Scraptown, so they are not affiliated. Even if we're...
I'm hearing more fucking zombies is what I'm hearing.
Would not be.
Yeah.
So if they
Well,
give us issues,
enough
we
Mars
kill
guards,
them and
then there
burn
shouldn't be
their
a problem.
bodies.
Yeah, right.
See no problem in this.
Figure we'll be okay.
Very well. Do we have anything else to discuss at this present moment?
If that is all, meeting's adjourned.
Very well.
Have your guns on the way up.
Raz, in 2 hours?
When you've all figured out what this hive mind is and you're ready for its forest intervention, you know where to find us. Be on our
Very
way.
well.
Damien, would you like to have a conversation about our planned expedition?
Certainly, since you are all the only people actually doing things. Let's do that.
Very well. Let's, shall we to my office?
We have much work to do.
I'm gonna go grab my
Very good.
I'll be back up here.
Good job out there, Leonard. I gotta say I'm proud of you.
Hey, thank you, sir. Unfortunately, not quite the response I was after.
I understand. These things take time. You know, you don't make a big move in one day.
Is there any chance that I'll maybe...
We're going on, so probably, we'll go to Nirvana. I'll just take a note of it. when we can.
Appreciate
Very
it.
good. Shall we?
Yes, indeed. Which way here?
You can stay here.
There you go.
You're taller than you look in the tabloids, Mr. Goldman.
Am I? Pardon me.
He was standing on his tiptoes for the meeting, you know, to give more of an impression.
On his chair.
I was standing on my tiptoes while sitting, Ricky.
Yeah. It's actually very impressive. Mr. Goldman holds his chair about 2 inches higher than the actually chair actual sits. It's a lot of work. He's very strong.
Maintaining a reputation as a CEO is very difficult. It requires
Leonard.
I'm sorry, I've got to take this meeting. Aye, and I'm about to take a meeting about what we're gonna do to save the fucking planet, Ian.
How are you gonna do that without the intel to do it? For 2 weeks I've been trying to get this shit. You need to listen to me.
Excuse me, sir. I should probably take this meeting.
Mr. Goldman, I apologize for interrupting your activities. May I borrow your head of security?
Yeah.
Man, you want to handle this alone?
Take a guard.
Aye, if you wouldn't mind. You, over here. Figure out. Alright, let's go talk about this.
I apologize for raising my voice with a nice corner.
Understand.
You turn on your thermal fucking sensors. I don't need anything fucking walking up on us again. Don't look you know what the hell we're talking
Aye, I'll do exactly that.
everything I've been doing.
Alright. This is Leonard Security. We're in the main courtyard outside the carrier. Make sure you got the area locked down, alright? Don't need anyone sneaking up on us right now. Let's keep our voices down.
Open up your data console.
What was that?
Open up your data console.
Sorry, it's in my other suit. I can take chips in the arm though.
Are you familiar with counterinsurgency operations, coin ops?
Aye. Typically undertaken by men you can trust.
Alright. That's right. I've been doing this job for about 25 years looking after corporate interests. And I can tell you that nobody survives that long without being good at my job, and I know I'm damn good at my job. You ever hear of the cuckoo bird?
Enlighten me.
Cuckoo bird is a bird that comes in and lays an egg in another bird's nest. When that egg hatches, the birds start making the most noise. Winds up starving the other young. Because it keeps getting fed by the parent. The parent thinks it's their kid.
Right.
To put it bluntly, Leonard. As soon as I touched down in system, I made sure to do a couple of minor favors for the people down in the row. They let me in like a bunch of fucking idiots. I've got a list of names, I've got a list of locations. Only thing I don't have access to is the undersea. Now, the other day, I offered you my employee for punishment. It was their fault what they did.
Aye, what happened to them?
I was gonna ask you. They went and led a team to go and try and pursue something. And then they disappear, and then I'm walking back up through the row with a Mars employee, Korgak, and we stumble upon one of the most wanted criminals in the entire sector.
That's a hell of a coincidence.
Did you do something with them?
That's a hell of a coincidence, Ian.
Locke. Brager, Locke.
I talk to your employee.
You realize we had 2 more of those people walking around up here? That drone. The one with the sword. They've been walking around up here making deals, and I've seen them walking from this sector, Leonard. Now, either you're doing shit that I need to be fucking aware of, or you've been letting the fucking snake in.
Everything that I have been doing has been trying to lock this place fucking down. I have been trying to... I don't know how much you know about what's coming. It's a hive mind. It is a hyper-intelligent, spacefaring creature of unknown worth. It is a Xeno. It is something completely unlike anything we've faced before. If we can't put a unified front against that, we're fucked. And I'm looking left, right, and centre, and I'm just seeing double agent after double agent after double agent. I've got footage of it.
You're telling me?
I've got footage of Quixote operatives on 2 separate missions, going abroad, and now they're acting like nothing's happening. We've got the shit that happened yesterday that I can't talk about. It's all happening at a very similar time. And now, at the crux of all of these coincidences, you're telling me that your employee just went missing without it talking to anyone, and you just happened to find Gregor Brunswick the same day. You stay here. There's another one on the door. Hey, stay here. There's another one on the door. Hey, hey, eyes here. There's another one on the door. Sorry, can I help you? You have to,
That's fine. We're just making sure we have stuff together for the excursion coming up.
Aye.
I'm just trying to gather everybody together.
Damien is in a meeting with Ricky and Mr. Goldman at this present moment in time. They are,
Okay, so you guys have it.
Yeah. The outcome of that meeting will be incumbent. I'm sure Damien will brief you after he gets out.
Got it. Damien, you open the contract. Jeremiah.
I have
just
no
want to get everybody together.
They aren't up here. They went into the Undercity already, so I'm sure they'll handle wrangling them on their own when they're done.
You best follow them. One of you two come back with me. This could break out any moment. I need you ready to shoot a man. Sorry about that. Business is what business is.
We need to make this fast, Leonard. Look. This is a Astral NDA. Are you familiar with these?
Aye. I'm familiar with them.
Whenever we have to take our helmet off, we have to be able to protect our identities, so if we want to go down and get licky chewies with our fucking family, we won't get goddamn killed. And I know you're corporate, so you're gonna respect this. If you sign this, I'm gonna show you exactly why you can fucking trust me behind that, right there. You take the guard looks away. You good for it? But you get to hold on to them. You get to start fucking working with them.
Alright, well, my hand's gonna be hovering over my gun the whole time. You there, look away. Just for a moment. Alright, take his weapon off him.
We're gonna go behind the barrier. Hey! Come here. Take the gun.
We'll head behind then.
Sign the NDA. Behind the barrier.
Alright, there we go. Should get the scan access in. Tap that in. That should be do it. Alright.
Real quick, RP card off. I'm gonna send you an image because right now my model's not working.
Alright. Yeah, let's just check him out of the screen for a moment.
At this time, Ian removes his helmet. And reveals not just a recognizable face, but one of the direct board members of Atlantis Corporation. Shows his ID. He's the fucking CEO.
I'm sorry, what? You?
He now takes back the helmet, puts it back on his head.
You? Nah. I'm gonna have to look up that.
We specialize. If we want to run run to your data console, go right ahead. I'll wait right here. Take my ID with you.
I'm gonna do that.
Copy the data, hand it over.
Fair enough. RP card down, what do I find?
It's 100% fucking valid.
Alright, fair enough. Fucking memester. Fucking dickhead, he told me there was something under that helmet. I had no fucking idea. No fucking way. No, 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 no. No fucking way. I like an Atlantis boy. Not like that, but like, I'm actually getting on with someone from Atlantis. Holy fucking shite. He hasn't even said conch once. All in! All in! You're in for a good bloody time. Oh my god. I feel like a fucking weight's just been lifted from my shoulders. Maybe I could start fucking actually getting some fucking... Oh, some answers! Oh, I don't know my own bloody compound. That... Right, that changes things. So, what's the next route forward? Come inside, we better get you in the offices. Hey, we'll let him in. Hey.
Come with me and place the weapon on this table so I have it when I'm ready to leave.
Aye, let's go. Do me a favour and hold him at gunpoint for now. That's it, with his own gun. He's a cold man.
Fucking figure out the trigger. Let's go.
Alright. Right this way, come on through. We got some eager talks to have. Simon will take care of this, keep going. Take a left.
Take a left or go?
Aye, take a left. Alright, I'll take it from here. Pass me the gun, I'll chuck it down on the table. Should be alright. Sensitive conversation. You go watch the door. Don't tell anyone about this. I'll make sure we read up on him later. Let's take it to the side room. It's a nice gun.
Thank you, we can get you one if you want. Listen. I'll raise or lower my voice again. This is the conversation I was trying to have with you 3 days ago. I know that things kept coming up, they did for both of us, but we need to start working together now, because it's already too late.
Aye, it is.
The person I lost was my link to the Undercity, and a little bit of my link to everything that's going on with this insurgency.
The person you lost.
Now, there's a big question that I know is on my mind. Why am I here? The answer's simple, it's fucking Damien. As soon as we found out that the president of one of the megacorps was coming to a backwater planet like this, my president said, I'm going. I'm the firepower.
I don't like it at all. Ian, if that is your name. It's, well, we better keep using it. We're going down into the lair today. Necromancer's lair, see if we can dig up some sort of voodoo, which we can use to help knock this thing off course. Obviously, who knows what else they'll find down there.
Lazarus protocol was already progged, wasn't it?
Aye, that it was. Shot dead by Coyote operatives and more, as well as that Gregor Brunswick fellow on the Golden Lance mission.
Pulls a canister out. This is given to me by Miss Money when I first touched down in system. As an injection of nanites. Hold on to them. You might need them.
I will do.
Now, here's the thing. I've talked to many of the heads of security on this planet. You're the one with your head screwed on fucking straight. I'm not saying some of your wires aren't crossed, but I'm saying you're workable and I can work with you. I don't give a fuck if you're Atlantis, I don't care if you're Talaris, I don't care if you're WOTO. None of that matters.
I just want to go home.
With this existential.
That's all.
Dealing with this anti-corporate. You want to go home? What's waiting for you at home, Leonard?
I don't know how much I can tell to a head of Atlantis, but it's been a long road. I
don't tell the news, Leonard.
Alright, you've trusted me with something, so I'm pretty big, so I suppose I can trust you with what I've got as well. I wasn't born into the Corp. I come from a farm world. Goes by the name of Audubon 7. I was there when the war started spinning up. Place was owned by WOTO at that time. Didn't have a chance. What rebellion there was crushed. I had a kid on the way in. No man should have to see his wife slaving 16 hours a day in a hydroponics plant. Not with a child on the way. I signed up with WOTO, because it was the only thing I could do to try and make that life better.
They have your family, don't they?
More than that, you don't know, man. It's... WOTO, they know there's more than one way to starve a man, that's for sure. Soon as they knew that I was doing it all for them, well, they sent me off well, didn't they? They sent me away, started rationing out the time I could spend talking to my family. I'd have to work hard, pull extra shifts, and then maybe once in a while I'd be able to send a message home. And from then it's just gone worse. I missed out on my girl's childhood. I haven't seen my wife in years. All because they've got me locked down.
Leonard, are you even sure that they're alive?
I don't know anything. I send them messages every day. I've got a line now, but it's a secure line. They're telling me you can't have people from a backworld secure facility, you know, like that, talking back to you. They can't send messages back. It could be intercepted and all this shit. I've been sending them messages day after day, but I've heard nothing. And now the work gate's shut off. We've got fucking aliens in the way. SHIIIEEEEEETTT and the slummers up to God knows what. And I'm dead about looking like it's all gonna be for nothing. And now I've got to go down a fucking hole in the fucking ground, chasing after some fucking necromancer to keep tabs on a fucking space wizard. Make sure that he doesn't use that fucking redirection power to... Well, who knows what a man like him will do with that power. He says he'll send it into deep space, knock him off course. You and I both know the corpse better than that. If he gets control of that thing...
I have spent the majority of my life distant from a lot of things, but the one thing I've never been distant from is the individual person. I've always been a front person. In it. What makes me valuable to my corporation, Atlantis, we work off intelligence. I don't know that I can understand your plight. Because I too have to be careful with my words.
Aye,
You know why?
I do.
Let's get to the crux of the issue. You and I need to stay the fuck out of each other's way, but we need to start helping each other.
Aye.
There's one individual on this planet who is aware of who I am. One. That's money. She knows who I am. She's someone you can go through if you need to get a hold of me, if you need to get information to me, or if you need to get information from me. I'm going to tell Miss Money to start sharing information with you. But only you. If Ricky or Mr. Goldman comes on over to Atlantis looking for shit, I'm not interested in that.
Aye. I'm not interested in it either.
Forced to come off. But for now, I'm in a position where I can communicate with people. I'm in a position where I can still make a difference. I've got most of the network mapped out except for the fucking Undercity, which I already told you about is a big problem.
Aye.
Polaris has seized total control of it. I can't get in there.
I've just sat at a meeting, pointed out the coincidence of Astral. It'll be hard for me to walk that back now, but maybe I can convince that we can get you down some sort of odd job down there. I'll be able to play it off as getting you out of the way.
I'm not. I can send down a lackey to fucking go down there. I'm not gonna go down there and die, Leonard. Listen, what I'm getting at is that you need to be the eyes down there now. If I can't see it, you have to be able to see it. If that means you use other people to do it, that's fine. But we need eyes and we need to understand what's going on. The rest of this has to be mapped out. I'm doing a command ship 30 minutes ago. And that's to lead Astral Ops against a target named Apollo over on Sesame Row.
Aye.
A different row, opposite side of the city. It's related to the Jeer gang. I think there's a bigger thing at play here.
Right. I reckon it is. It struck me as weird, you know.
I'm gonna go take care of this. I'm gonna keep you appraised. Here's what I've got.
Aye.
Hold on. I've got 2 marks for you to pursue. Okay, sense? These are ones that I haven't been able to gather data on, but are doing shit to fuck with the corporations. Namely, one of them is responsible for taking down most of Atlantis' defensive protective grid around the planet. Which might be the reason ships were able to wander in. That's Duncan. He's a mechanic down at the row. I already put a hit out on him. It has not returned results. Astral employees seem to not be taking the hit, which tells me that maybe there's some sort of influence that's negating that push. Which says something giving my status within Astral as well.
Aye.
That is a big problem. The other one, just review it later. It's less important, but it's still there.
Listen, there's one thing I want to know. These slummers, if they are planning something. Well, let's just say I'm not happy about the fact that the one plausible way that I have to try and secure this planet and get out of here is putting faith in Damien. If they're making moves, then needs must they have some sort of backup plan. Some way of dealing with the Xenos. Some way of sorting it out.
Yeah, that's to be assumed.
You don't know what it is.
What I know is that they've been securing power crystals from the Undercity. As you know, any sort of latent energy that doesn't get used in a moment usually has some sort of ability to either explode or be channeled into something, right? The properties of that could be just about anything. The other thing is this necromancer's lair. That has me more anxious than anything else. Anything that could fuck with the dead and make them get up and start moving around is not okay with me. That's why Atlantis made a stink about that fungal infection. That wasn't just a spot of hot news. That was me trying to pressure the corpse into doing something about it.
Listen.
We can't be playing games with the Upper City right now.
No.
If this core rots out, the rest of the apple dies.
This Titan thing. Based on the reports from these wastelanders I've speaking to, apparently it was getting people worshipping it. Some sort of synth cult. Now I don't know much about hive minds, but that's not within the sort of behaviour I'd expect. It's crossed my mind a couple of times since I've learned about it that maybe the reason that they're so interested in this planet is because Titan's the only thing that can take it out.
Interesting. It's possible. Maybe one of the things you saw, well, maybe you didn't see or hear, I brought up at the last corporate meeting, was that we needed to discern what the actual truth was behind Titan on our own. That any information that came from within the incident was entirely suspect. All the synths were corrupted. And as for the individuals that came out, many of them were given nanite.
Aye.
That's first-hand information, by the way.
Cyber zombies. I heard.
Yeah. I don't need to be dealing with that shit either. It's one giant clusterfuck, Leonard. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna make this quick. I'm gonna get out of your hair. I'm gonna ask politely to try to refrain from forcing me into a position where I have to take off this fucking helmet, because then I have to play the doting CEO instead of actually getting shit done.
Aye,
I'm gonna continue to funnel the information on targets that need to be pursued, interrogated, and removed. What you choose to do with that information is up to you. Astral is at your use and disposal. I would prefer you taking personal command or send someone you trust to take personal command of Astral forces to do it.
Aye.
It keeps me in the clear.
There's one other person I've told you should know about. Firstly, I didn't know what was going to happen to me over the next couple of days. So I imparted a bunch of knowledge to someone over at Mars Corp. If it happens, and for some reason Blaine or whoever else takes me out, I think you can trust Korgak. He's a simple fella, and that's exactly the sort of man I need right now. No complicated.
Korgak's already signed a contract with Astral to do work on HDRT.
Aye.
The only supposition to that contract is as long as it's not a conflict of interest, you can work with other corps as well.
Aye.
So, if you hire him for WOTO jobs, you can do that.
Aye, I'm due a very interesting conversation with him at some stage. But, we'll see how it goes. That I do. I need to go escort a man down a fucking hole and try not to get shot in the head or fucking turned into a zombie. I hope we see each other again.
I've gotta go let Conrad know, since he's gonna get probably the shit scared out of him. Go ahead.
There's a woman outside, just like a tall blue lady, asking for a representative.
I see.
Kiara.
I better see to it.
Yeah.
Aye, well,
If you find time later today, I'm gonna be waiting inside of Atlantis headquarters.
Sean, but I gotta be getting away. Do me a favor, escort this one out with a gun. This person at the door. There we go. This person at the door, send them away for now unless anyone else is in to deal with it. I gotta go see to GOLDMAN. Understood.
Walk me out with it. Don't make it seem like you're aggressive or a threat that you're about to put down, but make it seem like you're keeping security on me, please.
Aye, and don't be afraid to give him his gun back.
That would be much appreciated. You know, as much as I know you like it. maybe next time.
Hey, guard, what's your name?
Sir.
This is top secret. Top secret. You tell no one, not even GOLDMAN. Alright, see to him. Finally. Someone fucking competent. Ah, shite. I missed my fucking bus. sorted. One day they fucking VR. Oh no, the link's fucking expired. Oh no, it hasn't. I'm an idiot. Right. I knew it. I know I should have technically taken the fucking shuttle, but I expected someone to have thought my radio was on. Fuck it. Fuck it. It's because I had to rejoin because of VR chat scuff. Fuck, man, you please don't die. Oh my god, this is getting off to a hard fucking start already. Oh my fucking god, it's going now, boys, it's going now. It's fucking go time. Oh, unless he's double playing me like a fool, but I suppose he couldn't fake that. That means that he is Atlantis, so he could be trying to bring down WOTO down for whatever reason, but like, I suppose we gotta save the fucking planet. He's the CEO, he doesn't want to fucking die here. My fucking god, I can't believe it. I can't fucking believe it. Well, it could be that, Ewan just saved my life. Tangentially, at least. I expect I might be told to turn up and immediately told to fuck off. I'd have thought they'd come and found me. I was stood outside for the longest time. And then the guards knew where I was, so they might ask them. Just check everything's still recording, okay? If I see that. I'm gonna have to rewatch the VOD later just to make sure I absolutely ingest everything he told me. I played D&D with Shinny as of last week, and he's fucking brilliant to start off with, but he said, I didn't know the full story. I knew that there was something under the helmet. I had no idea that he was the Atlantis CEO. So, this is a genuine reaction of shock. Realistically, I'm too late. They didn't come and get me. They may have thought I've already gone.
Holy shit, there's 51 people in here.
Oh, yeah, I'm just about to leave. Yeah, there's a mission on.
Yeah.
So there's that.
There is a big meat hand. Oh man, we're gonna have so much fun.
Fuck, well, didn't want to go on that mission anyway.
Well,
scared.
Yeah, nope. That.
Scared to death. Right, let's get out of here.
Ding, ding,
there's more than enough plot lines for us to be working on that doesn't require us all to go on a mission. I would have gone. I know I just want to address this because I was making noise that I was very afraid about going on another mission after what happened last time. Just because if anyone saw that, they know what I'm getting at. And I was like, oh, I don't want to go, blah, 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 blah. But I still very much definitely intended to. Missing this was not premeditated at all. I wasn't going to mitter it or let it affect me or anything. I was actually talking in the Discord going, yeah, sure, fine, I'll go. I'm worried about it, but I'll go. And that was fine by me. So I just want to address that. Oh, fuck. Though I really, really hope one of the others doesn't die. But those nanites, gonna have to find out what they actually fucking do. We've got a COVID scare in my house right now, so I haven't been able to go to the chiropractor and get my knee sorted out, and I was midway through getting a course of things done. So it's an uncomfortable evening for me at the moment. Gonna be pacing around quite a bit, but I just can't play VR chat now in full body. I feel so bad not being able to express, like, even though it like fucks up, it feels so weird acting without your hips. Or being able to step or make a step forward or doing anything like that. It's near impossible. I have no idea how, like, Manu and Bringus and people like that have been able to do it for so long. I mean, it's expensive. It's not a justifiable cost at all. But fuck me, it is. Right, so everything broke. Everything. I am now joining again. Ricky is now in shit. Let's try this again, eh? Wow. Alright. Mr. Barge. Can only hope that Solaris and that keep everything okay. I hope Simon hasn't gone with them, he's a delicate lad. It's time to either be very short or we'll give it a go. My God, talking to Atlantis by choice. Never thought it'd come to this. We need to start building a relationship with Owen. Aye. I guess that's a no. Check Trident quickly, see who's clocked in. such joy.
Leonard, are you there?
Hi. How you doing, man? I was, just coming to stop by and see if I could speak to Miss Money if she's available. I don't know if she's about.
Miss Money is currently in a situation right now.
Understood.
She had an injury in a shooting recently.
An injury in a shooting? Do you know who did it?
Yes.
Is there a suspect at large or sorry to hear that.
Of course. If you want to talk about it inside.
Aye, yeah, that'll be good. Let's go. Thank you. Aye. I was actually coming on a separate matter entirely, Ian, but it's to do with well, I better get into your offices first.
Of course. We want to keep this kind of information confidential.
Aye.
To say the least, and with you being a head of security, we would like to let you know of this kind of stuff.
Aye. I've got a number of things that might be of interest to you as well, Conrad.
Alright.
I'm gonna make a quick call.
Of course.
National headquarters, this is Ian. Go ahead and initiate the head.
His office, huh? So it is true then. Still processing. Yeah.
Have to delegate tonight's hit.
Understood. Thank you.
You can go ahead and take a seat. I need to send off an email.
Understood. I need to speak with Conrad here anyway.
You're fine.
Let's have a look.
It's quite alright, take a seat.
Thank you. I've been pressed for time recently following up a number of events. I tried to force the matter earlier in huh?
I know you're pressed for time in that meeting, probably, correct?
I was trying to force a outcome, but I should have known better. Listen.
Trust me, there's a reason why I kept quiet myself until you needed to say anything.
Yeah.
I feel like the best course of action is trying to talk one-on-one with corporations instead of trying to get a leg up in front of the other.
Hey, well,
And in all hands.
it's been a day of discoveries, that's for sure. A couple of days for that. Listen, whilst I'm glad that the meeting ended the way it did, in a sense, people focused on fighting this thing. I can't rest easy about the, well, situation with, well, I'll just call them traitors. It's a problem. I understand that we got bigger fish to fry, but I've worked in security long enough to know that you just don't ignore these sort of things. It's a lot of coincidences all at once. A hell of a lot of coincidences. Even without, that.
Too many.
Listen. I got a couple of bits of footage here.
I sit next to you here, but
These bits of footage detail a number of things. They are footage from a droid by the name of Mercury, a synth, who was aboard the Golden Lance. It's got, we took...
Actually...
Hmm?
Go on.
Aye. The, Memory cores, remember, the cores inside detail the faces of both all of the wastelanders that were there, as well as the people who were running with this man we now know to be as Gregor Brunswick. I don't have the time to do it myself, but I know that you're a reporter. You lot, you get out and about and you talk to people. I'd like to build a profile if I can, so I understand what it is they're about. Get to the bottom of who it is they know, who's supplying them. They had Coyote arms, and let's just say that we I got some pretty compelling evidence on one of them. He puts a chip down on the table. That's your Golden Lance footage. That there shows that the chief of operations over at Coyote, a man who goes by the name of Phil, is working directly with the well, with this Brunswick fellow. Not nearly as interesting, however.
I probed Phil pointedly to see if he would be willing to divulge information that he shouldn't. He did it without hesitation. That is definitely someone to keep an eye on.
Aye. However, I've got my eyes on a couple of others as well. This here, he produces another chip, is the headcam footage from aboard the Retribution. The audio's been chopped up, and I'm sure a lot of you have seen this already, but on board it has a number of interesting looking fellows. A little hamster-looking man, bloke with one eye. Now, I don't know how it is that they came into the knowledge of a long-dead ship, a long scrap ship, coming back into orbit, but I find it very curious that the slummers know about that and we don't. How is it that a destroyer-class vessel returns from the dead and makes its way into orbit without pinging one of our sensors, yet some buttfuck shadowrunners in the middle of nowhere are somehow able to figure it out?
There's been a lot of unanswered questions recently.
It's not lost on me, Phil, both of you, that both of the vessels, the oldest vessels that we have found which contain this creature, are both old Union ships.
Union ships, yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
The head of one of those ships comes aboard one before any court knows about it, and allegedly deals with the problem, even though it shows up again here. That same man turns up again on the Lance. We know that this thing is capable, from this recording, of piloting people. Damien can see what he can about not being able to mind control, but we know 2 instances now where it's happened, both these zombies and the nanites from Titan. I can't discount at this time that it's possible that, well, the aliens out running some ops of their own, finding out what they need to know.
The smaller one with the missing eye, I know where he is. If you would like to send a retrieval squad to go get him, do some inquiring, report back at some point, let me know what you find. His name is Doug.
Doug?
Works at a writer's shop down on the row.
Aye.
Yeah.
I know him as well.
Well, I've got a list of names, well, I've got a list of appearances, I shall say, which I will express as names through a slightly out-of-character communication to you both. But these are all people I need investigated and followed up on. It's possible that any one of them's...
So what do you propose?
As much as we don't like it, these things have a presence. Something that can be sensed. Every magic user I know who's come in front of these lads has been able to tell something's amiss. The Xenos, that is. I don't know if you know any magic users yourself, but if it's possible that we can get this people in the room with a magic user we can trust, hopefully not Talaris, then we might be able to see if any of them are, well...
What about a runesmith?
It's not my department.
The runesmith you were communicating with for some time? The one you brought in for questioning?
Yes. His name's Anthony. He's dealt with us before.
I wasn't there for it, but obviously I had the footage.
Aye.
Okay. Do you think you could get Anthony up today?
I do not know where his location is. He scurries around everywhere from the Undercity to the Row to the Wastelands. I would not be able to get a direct contact with him. As he's mostly a contract worker and not a...
Very easy. Has that kind of slippery feeling to him. But I think he would crack under the appropriate amount of pressure.
Aye.
Indeed.
I believe we've had dealings with this man in the past, though not me personally. Manu, who's been involved.
Interesting.
He wants to kill me.
Manu? Give Leonard some time, he'll sort that out.
Aye, I wouldn't.
Realize that.
Manu's on a short he's on a short leash right now. Believe it or not, he does not have much support from the rest of WOTO personnel for murdering employees. Well, of Atlantis or indeed anyone else.
Well, if you just kill your competition, there's no competition left, there's no room to grow, so...
If you just give me a moment, I'll forward you the stills that I've taken of these fellas' appearances, see if there's anyone you recognize. Just give me a moment here.
Sure. Alright, so Conrad, obviously I don't want to damage any of the assets that could lead to more important intelligence for us to do what we need to do. What I would prefer to do is make sure that if we have to glean anything from this Anthony, that we do it in a way that won't permanently end him. So if you have a means that might seem like a better option to you, that would be ideal. I feel like I've gotten a decent read over Leonard over the past week or so. I think we can agree that we can be all high and mighty up here in our opulent towers as we want, but without the people down below, we don't have rat shit. So
I'm glad you think so.
All our constituents.
And I'm happy to be as loud as possible to try and distract from you guys in the shadows. I sent you through the best images I found of the lads. I'm just saying it's worth following up on.
At the corporate board meeting, my time in the shadows might be done, Leonard, but not my ability to help you. I'll get it done.
Circumstances could have been better, that's for sure. But then there's very little which...
Cards fall where they fall. I don't blame you for it.
Truth be told, I'm just glad to have someone else who fucking feels the need to actually do something about this mess. Everyone else has been shifty with me, told me nothing but lies. I've avoided Atlantis like the plague, I won't lie. And though typically get along with you lot, and well, let's just say it's not my best forte, not since the head injury anyway. Not really one for the camera. Now I'm regretting not coming across earlier. But tell me, this attack on Miss Money, are you concerned about it? Do you know where it comes from?
There was a sniper that somehow got on one of our interior ledges. I'm having it rigged with electrical wiring, so if it happens again, it'll just zap them and they can take a nice hefty fall.
So the man got away, did he?
Outsider sound of it. It came and vanished like the wind. Very similar to that incident that happened over at Saniti. However, I have to be blunt. The shot was conveniently timed. When I reviewed the security footage, the named witch sure seemed to know that it was coming and took the hit. I wouldn't be surprised if that was an attempt to plant them. So we're being very careful with that individual.
This would probably be my first thought as well. There's one other matter. There is the ongoing question, it's been a while now, of a man by the name of Callous, the fellow who appeared at the Mars Arena a while ago. I don't suppose
I was able to meet him 2 nights ago.
You were indeed. To be clear here, I'm not talking about the fellow with a cane, looks like a devil. I'm talking about the high-tech...
Oh, Caiaphas.
Aye, the one who attacked the Mars Arena a long time ago.
He's a collector, he's a bounty hunter within Astral Corporation.
Is he indeed?
I was able to meet him a couple of times, yes.
Is he dead?
No. It was more a question of what he wants. He's been an outstanding question for a while now, and it'd be good to finally sort of tie a few things up, if nothing else.
Well, I may have the answer for that.
Go ahead.
So, the person on the Sanity attack. Caiaphas wants them dead, and broadcasted on camera that he kills the one who attacked Sanity. So it looks like, out of all these attacks, I don't feel like Caiaphas is after us.
The one who attacked Sanity.
I don't think he's the one behind Atlantis' attack.
So he's...
Because he came directly to us.
So he's known about Gregor Brunswick that far back.
Here you go.
Thanks.
Here's a document. Hard copy. You can review it later.
Understood.
It has most of the public knowledge on him. It doesn't have any of the stuff from Interior or Astral. I'll see what I can spool up from there, but I have to be careful.
Aye.
Searches like that draw attention, especially from a high-profile.
No, I understand, as long as he can be vouched for. It just crossed my mind that this man turns up with extremely high-tech stuff that managed to get through all our sensors. Now Miss Money's been attacked again, and, well, let's just say that we seem to be slightly outclassed by this hive mind. I just wanted to rule it out.
Trust is subjective when it comes to Astral. I mentioned that to you before we were sitting in that room, and I was trying to warn you about that.
No, I
Each of the
understand.
different sectors of Astral is a different corporation, different organization.
I understand, Ian, that from my perspective it looked like 2, and that's more than a risk than I needed right now.
Oh, I understand. So what I'm getting at is if you're trying to discern whether or not you can trust him, assume you can, but you can trust him to accept your money and do the job you pay him for. Don't give him more than that.
Understood. So, we've got an upper city right now that's compromised. We need Atlantis now more than ever, going down under cover, digging out the dirt. We need to know who up here is a corp and who up here is getting second feelings. If I could give you a bit of a suggestion, this Alice character, the one with the ears, over at Nirvana Comp. I spoke to her the other day about measures that we might have to take against the Union. Let's just say that she was not exactly expressing the behaviour one would expect of senior Corp personnel when they find out that one of their chief programs has been compromised by one of their own operatives, and that a known terrorist is on the loose and has been for a year. She's,
Let me ask you the blunt question.
seems soft.
Was this Okay, so this is a soft thing, not a unsurprised thing, that gets me unsurprised.
Unsurprised? No.
Some of them are former Galactic Union. You know.
That's true, but this one's a younger one. That being said, it's hard to tell with Nirvana personnel. It's, more of a case that, well, I'm just saying that it appears that the corps up here have been a little bit weak for a long time. People like GOLDMAN sitting at the table, much as I hate to say it, not willing to take measures, just sends the message that they can get away with it. And we don't need that at a time like right now.
Right. Okay. So here's what we do. We delegate. We've got the individual from the last, appearing to be the last individual from that footage, other than the one in the mask. That's Dagu down at the shop. And then we have this individual. So Conrad, which one would you like to tail and gather information on over the next day or two?
Well, Dagu's pretty comfortable around me. That's one thing I will say. He's a big fan of me, actually. Believe it or not.
Okay. Well, if you feel like he's comfortable around you, then that seems like a fine start there. As far as the Alice situation, I'm not familiar with them, so even I don't have any sort of in on that one. I've never met them.
Actually, if I'm speaking to the upper city, it's probably the best plan for me to get Alice.
You think you want to go after
I was able to
Alice
speak with
and
her
check them
before.
out? Okay.
I was able to get a read on their personality.
So, you secure Alice, we'll send down a team to go gather Dagu. You interrogate Dagu, get what you need out of him, which I'm sure will be a healthy amount of answers.
Aye.
From there, reconvene, come up with a plan to move further.
Understood. My main concern right now is finding out whatever this backup plan is that these, slumbers have got. If they come forward with the answer to the Xeno threat before we do, then, well, that's rebellion all over again, innit?
Hell, it's already
Aye.
I told you, the Jupiter gang's bigger than thought.
Jupiter gang. It's the first time I've heard these words. You said that there was a gang, but...
Remember that, yeah, you remember the gang shootout I mentioned when I came up over to WOTO?
Yeah, but gang shootouts happen all the time, so...
Well, that one in particular was an individual who's trying to recruit people for an anti-corporate cause. Talking bombings, intercepting convoys, it was organized.
Right.
Part of the reason why I was moving around the way it was. So... that's a bigger thing. We're gonna have to embed another person, because I'm compromised at this point being able to do it.
Understood. So we need someone on the inside in Jupiter gang. Need an agent or something. I suppose Atlantis has got no one to go by. WOTO are all way too high profile now to even attempt something like that.
I'm low on high value personnel to throw into something like that.
Right, well, we need someone, that's for
What
sure.
we talked about.
Let's do it, aye.
We can consider it over until the next meeting. Let's deal with what we talked about. You secure Dagu. I'll have Conrad go check out what's going on with Alice, get some information from there. Again, as I mentioned to you before, as soon as you start pulling on strings, the net moves.
Aye.
So you need to make sure that before you yank on anything, you know what's going on. Dagu is unfortunately going to yank a little bit just because you're interrogating someone about the Golden Lands. It's going to happen, you know what I mean?
Understand.
But this Alice situation, even if we find out that they are compromised, as soon as we kill them, was the end. We need to retain the end.
Right. Through all this,
We're going to have a viper in the nest for a little bit.
I still need to protect GOLDMAN. The man's blunt, but he's also the sort of person who gets shit done. And that's the sort of person I need right now. I need to look after his safety. You say I've been playing for both sides, or rather, going underground, but do you have any idea if there is a threat currently ongoing against him in the Upper City at present?
Against Goldman? No, Goldman's name has not come up. That I can assure you. Now, that being said, if WOTO has pissed off these individuals, and they have something out for Leonard, or not Leonard, Goldman, that's entirely, that's on your side of the fence. I couldn't see it.
Understood.
So,
right.
we have extraordinarily positive relations with Mr. Goldman. So if that's something I'd heard, he would have already been warned about it.
Right. Fair enough then. Ricky told a slightly different story the other day.
I'm sure you noticed that.
Aye, I
I
had.
told you a different story?
Ricky, he said he had a very frigid meeting with Miss Money the other day, if I may be so bold as what to say. I don't know what her game is, but
tight-lipped.
aye, that's probably good. But let's just say Ricky's a talkative man. He gets weirded out when people don't respond in kind.
Interesting. Well, if my cover is winding up completely blown within the next day or two, I'll be wearing a suit instead. You can organize another meeting between myself and Mr. Ricky, and we can try to have something that's more...
It was simply
But don't blame Miss Money for it.
Nah, it was simply an effort to try and control the narrative on this log situation. We didn't want the news of this commander getting out in his existence, galvanizing the troops, but by what you said, it's too late for that.
Well, no, it would be. Everyone would be.
You'll notice that we haven't publicized anything about
Aye,
Mr. Locke.
but word gets around in the Undersea, that's for sure.
It will get around, but it's not being broadcasted. The less you make a noise about it, there's a thing called the Streisand effect.
Yeah, no, I understand it.
It's an echo chamber, people talk about it.
And Rook, Fixer down in the grindstone be doing a lot of work, apparently hooked up enough to start offering work to the corpse and that sort of shit. Taking on someone that heavy, that much heat, as a GU commander, well, that's basically a tacit admittance that he's a GU loyalist, right?
You talking about Locke or Rook?
Rook. If Rook knew, and I don't see any reason to believe why he didn't, that Locke is who he is, then that is a hell of a lot of heat to invite on yourself as a fixer. I went down there on one of the first days I was down on this planet. Brooke introduced Locke to me as his right-hand man.
Come to think of it, do you know Suniti? Suniti headquarters, I was outside of it. Rook came up with Locke and a couple other individuals, including that little girl with the drone, the dagger.
As a matter of fact, I was able to see them as well when Locke was in his L suit. He was circling around Rook.
That's a whole nother story. It's out L Locke the whole time. Mercenary walking around. Yeah, that was a delight to find out.
Do you know if Miss Money is here?
Not at all.
Miss Money is not here today, she was injured.
Who's asking?
I appreciate the info, sir. Thank you.
More than welcome.
Who's asking?
The wrong fellow that, what's his name?
Why don't you go take care of it?
He's dirty.
What's your color? Have a conversation.
Shaggy, you would even say.
That's the guy. Go get him.
Yep. We need to go right now.
Anthony.
Do I need to make myself scarce?
No. This is the individual that is the runesmith. So,
What
back
travels
on
fast?
Yeah. We have... Okay. Here's where I have to put aside something. I've been doing mercenary work on and off despite my position, so there's things that you learn, like the mercenary's code and stuff like that. Fixers generally don't try to get involved in politics. However, what you're saying does make sense. Which concerns me.
Yeah, that's right.
If we do have a fixer organizing jobs, who knows what they're telling to the GU insurgents, and that could be a bigger problem.
Exactly, they do jobs for us, sensitive shit, right?
Then I don't want any jobs going through them anymore.
Exactly. That's my thoughts as well.
You shut them out. We'll have to give Mars and Kyoto a priority on all jobs moving forward. Like I said, even Astral didn't take the hit that was put out by Atlantis on Duncan.
Why is that, do you reckon?
They accepted it. Didn't happen. I haven't investigated probe going into it. But I've told you before, it's mercenary. They're not people who are loyal to a corporation or owned. They're paid money to do a job.
No, I understand that. It was more the... I'm just trying to figure out where everyone's loyalties lie. I mean what I said in the meeting earlier, you weren't there, but this hive mind, it presents a unified, highly developed force. If you've got people acting out their own fucking interests right now, you know, more than we'd expect, trying to play up the social ladder, then,
Sure.
Yeah, it could fuck everything up.
People conspiring to take jobs from other people. I mean, I'm not gonna bullshit you, Leonard. You know, a majority of my purpose here is serving Atlantis' interests more than the Corps General. But, that being said, what's coming, as I said, supersedes that.
That it
We've got
does.
a bigger problem we need to address. We can deal about competition later.
Right.
He's here. Bring him up.
Would you care to have a conversation with Anthony yourself?
Aye, I wouldn't mind.
Bring him up.
It should be too strange to it. As I said, we've had WOTO members do business with him before.
But Leonard, I'm going to be very blunt about something and very clear. Nobody's been in a position like you're about to be in since way back. You're about to wield power from 2 megacorps. I'm going to give you some authority here to make some measures and move and utilize Atlantis assets within reason.
We should hold off for a moment.
Who the fuck are you?
These days I don't fucking know myself.
Anthony. I gotta go take an astral call.
Understood.
We'll talk.
I understand you're a runesmith of sorts, is that correct?
Yep.
You see, you may have had dealings with a colleague of mine, Manu. Is that ringing any bells? Aye, well, that's alright. Listen, we're in the need of a magic user. Someone who can sense things. Is it fair to say that you're able to detect magic if it's present within an individual or an item?
Yeah, provided that I can simply just draw out the mana rune and cast detect magic.
That's what it takes, does it? What about other forms? Are you able to use your ability to decipher whether or not someone might be influenced at all?
Yeah, because, well, in order to detect the charm of something like that, it means that the user who casted the spell on them either enchanted that individual or is constantly using their own mana, which means they have a tether to them. So
there'll be some sort of tether.
present and active.
That's interesting.
Why don't you take a seat? Get comfortable.
Oh, jeez, everyone likes to fucking sneak up on me. Fuck.
Sorry to barge in again. There are SHIIIIEEEEEETTT employees outside. I'll have a conversation with them. I'd be busy.
Yes, of course.
Right. We have a number of individuals that we suspect might be under the effects of some sort of influence, be it magical or otherwise. If we were to supply you with the funds to create the runes, we were hoping that if we brought them forwards, we might be able to lean on someone with experience and impartiality to tell us if there's anything afoot.
Sure.
Very good. We got...
This will help us to understand if there's any presence in the upper city or anywhere else in Savior City. This would help out a great bunch as we just need that kind of detection around here, especially with Titan moving around and the whole threat.
Does this have anything to do with Leilani?
Who?
Who's Leilani?
The Guardian of the Grove. Apparently she died recently.
I don't believe we've had any dealings with the Grove. Right, what, you suspect something's afoot with that?
I don't know. My friend Kane got attacked by them. At least I think they got attacked by her, and he's fine now though. But I just found out from somebody who knows Leilani that she was killed.
She was killed?
So, yeah.
Right.
So,
I don't know.
Of a grove.
How long ago were your suspicions?
If
you don't mind me asking.
It's hard to say. It could be an intermittent thing. It could have affected them for a short time, it could be affecting them even now. But we've got to be sure that the people that we are dealing with on a day-to-day aren't, well, they are who they say they are, we'll put it that way. But what are this, this chap from the Grove? Did you know if the attacker came from the Grove area? Were they sort of headed up from down there?
The attack. Well, Leilani, what I think was the attacker. I think she attacked Kane and caused Kane to go in some kind of like catatonic state. His hair completely went white.
Do you think Kane threatened the Grove somehow? Was he down there messing about with it?
No, he has an adverse reaction to magic a lot of the times with his body.
And that means that he...
Damien always says that everyone has inside of them, and she probably tried to suck that out of him. Correct?
I don't know. I didn't stick around long enough. There's too much blood, and I needed to get out of there because too many people were yelling and shouting at one another.
Understood.
My heart was starting to pound rapidly, so.
That's fair.
Conrad, sorry for the interruption. We have
You'll be able to continue your conversation here. You know all the information.
Sure, I can go ahead and talk to
Aye.
I'm gonna take a seat if that's alright with you, Leonard.
Of course, I'm sorry, I'm
Anthony, these are trusted individuals.
just pacing.
Okay. Alright. Continue.
It might cause adversarial behaviour if myself and SHIIIEEEEEETTT are seen within the same office, or if we see each other. Just to be on the top side. Given this morning.
Warned them that you were present in the building.
Alright.
They're not coming up here. You're okay.
Sounds like you got something going off. Might want to go check that out. It's your computer, mate.
Is that something? You think there's something beeping on their computer?
Aye, something on there, aye. Let's have a look. I wouldn't want to do it as a WOTO employee, get problems with it, but maybe as you guys are under their own payroll, it should be fine.
The displays on the computer are all blank save for one word repeating over and over, rewriting itself over and over. Tighten, tighten, tighten.
What does it say?
Go ahead and
I won't tell him if you don't.
use central override. Yeah, this is
All
Asheville
systems
security. Yeah, the central network is having to be deactivated over Atlantis HQ. Looks like we have a virus issue.
I should
Send in a check.
make myself scarce. I need to deal with
How
this.
about you take him and get the hell out of here?
Aye, you come with me.
You didn't tell me twice.
Let's go.
I'm going.
You don't want to get caught up in this one.
Yeah.
Listen, that man is your best fucking ticket to remain safe. He's intimidating, but he's got a good heart. Follow him.
Come with me.
Will do.
We are actually working together.
Hey, Leonard, how you do? Okay, bye.
Hi, Leo.
Hi there. Nice to see you both.
Just one time, it's just 10 seconds.
Alright, fine. It has to be quick though. Sorry.
Don't let any scene walk through your gate and check your whole system.
What?
Titan has been, jumping on and on of corporation systems, so maybe you should go ahead and check your whole system
Has
right
it?
now.
Aye, that was exactly what I was about to do, funnily enough. Thank you kindly. Right, let's go. Aye. Listen, I don't know what your relationship with Ian is, but we need to get you out of here now. I'll take you to the shuttle you need to head down. We'll come and find you if you needs me. I need you to understand this right now. It might seem strange, but what we're doing right now is for the good of everyone on this planet. No, it sounds fucking weird coming from a corp, but I need to get off this planet as well as anyone else does. So, we're gonna have to be on a level about this. I'll get you out of here, we'll be able to see your protection or whatever the else it fucking well is, and then we can go back to hating each other's guts as soon as we like. But first of all, we got Xenos to beat. Let's go.
Understood, sir. I'll get working on the items you're looking for.
Excuse me, do you mind buzzing us out? Thanks kindly.
There you go, sir.
Cheers. Have a good day, both of you. Alright, come on, let's go. We gotta keep up the pace. Do you know what? It is 5 o'clock somewhere. I never know what time it fucking is on this fucking planet. Binary star system, I don't know how anyone gets any fucking sleep. Ah, come on! Yeah, let's get this down, mate. Right. So, you head to the shuttle, get down to the lower city we should be able to find. Take this, it's a pass, it'll take you on the express bus down. We'll come and find you if needs be. Also, in this, it produces a phone. Take this, keep it in your back pocket, it's a secure line. If you need to talk to us, you can do. You'll be able to hook up to our security systems through there and send a direct message through to me. I'll be able to get you via that communicator, alright? So let's go. We'll speak soon. I know this has been vague. I need you to trust us on this. Once. You'll be back to normal soon. I teleported holding an item. because I wanted to throw it in the bin. Please, 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 not again! Alright, we're good. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Alright, it's fuck my legs again, alright. Scan it open, let's fucking do this. I'm gonna have to fucking reboot it again to sort it. Let's fucking... No, I can't check what GOLDMAN's computer. I should it's... He'll fucking kill me for it, but it's gonna be fine. We'll sort this out. I need a fucking decker. Calling in on all WOTO channels. This is Len. There's a potential security breach. Could be Titan. He's spreading about the place. If you're up here in the upper city, I need you to come to GOLDMAN's office on the boardroom right now. We need to counteract this threat. God knows what this thing wants. Aye. Alright, come on. He's gonna fucking destroy me for having a go on his fucking computer, but I need to be able to find something. Come on, access the terminal.
Yo, yo, yo.
Hi, yeah, same story at WOTO, or with the Titan thing?
No, your systems are clean.
Okay, thank you, man.
Yep.
Alright, synth walked in, I have a gun, we can use that. Thank God. That thing's hacked Atlantis. That means it might know everything that we fucking know. Well, looks like I'm downgraded to guard duty today. Synth. If I were a synth, where would I come from? I need to reboot VRC. Oh. I fucking hope nothing gets fucked because of VR scuff again. Let's quickly try and fix that. Oh, I hope you're having a better time of your chat than I am right now, Ricky. I really do. Recalibrate, see if that fixes anything. No, it doesn't. Oh, shite. It's no worse than me gremlining about. El Goblino. I can't abandon the fucking compound. fucking anywhere. I don't think anything's coming. What should I do then? Think. Fuck it, come on, not right now. Come on, Titan! I was having an alright day. I missed out on the mission, and I am probably gonna get fucking bollocked for it. But god damn it, why now? Fuck you, planet! I'll be seeing you later. Atlantis, why would I arc Atlantis? Why Atlantis and SHIIIEEEEETTT specifically? Atlantis and SHIIIIEEEEEETTT. Atlantis and SHIIIIEEEEETTT. First hand evidence, both of them had been on the floor. Okay, right, so we know that Blaine was there and definitely telling us something he didn't know about the state of affairs down in the wasteland. Either that is impossible to think the SHIIIIEEEEEETTT haven't been down there on the planet. So that means that between him and Ian, they have both shared an interest down there. Now, they mentioned a synth. Why would there be a synth? Well, if it was a synth, it'd be doing it. How would it get up here? You'd have to steal a car or something, or either hijack someone else. If it's hijack someone else, then it might not actually be the person at all. It could be the cyber zombies. For again, cyber zombies. Last time I think cyber zombies might have been used, or zombies in general. It would have been the WOTO guard. The WOTO guard went through into SHIIIEEEEETT HQ, and that managed to hack it and sort everything else and broadcast the coordinates. Right. So this would be two instances whereby we have someone who there is a case where someone may have been used, and if someone has been used and someone has been, oh come on, Leon, think. So if someone, in both cases, we may have had a zombie being used. Don't know the synth is a zombie, maybe more or less the same thing, but either way, they are both able to basically just walk into wherever they want, hack everything and sort everything out. God knows what has just been sort of sent out of fucking Atlantis. So if, what more could they want from SHIIIEEEEETT though? They couldn't want anything from SHIIIEEEEETT. They already had the Watergate coordinates. What would Titan want with the Watergate coordinates? It's just letting him know that he's alive. Why would Titan want us to know they're alive? If we've already been in there and we've shut off the main control system, why would it be that Titan would want us to know again? Maybe it thinks he's born from the dead, maybe it wants us to worship him, maybe it's a religious thing, maybe there's something quasi strange going on down there. Is there a priest? Is there something strange going on? Right, I need to go to the wasteland. Yeah. I need to get to my fucking car. Too much to think about, too much to go on, going active, need to go on, going off alone, it'll gonna be fine. I need shite. I don't have the provisions, gonna have to run out. God damn it, I swear I had some other configs delivered up here this morning. Crap. And now I'm gonna be fucking hungry as well. Alright. You. Let's go, girl.
Super fast guard. Zoom.
Whoa!
Okay, and we have Decidius. Okay, Decidius, what are you in here to be?
Alright. Alright, the mission's quick. I had dealings with the mayor down here a little while ago. Said that we wouldn't turn up in person, but I think this kind of, how shall we say, this puts a bit of a shadow on that. Titan being active again could be difficult. If there are too many synths about and death machines are walking again, if it's to be believed, we pull straight back out, head back up to the upper city. We need to defend that first. Let's see what we can find, though.
WOTO, nice to see you down here.
Aye.
You down into the hole that is scrap down. I mean the pleasant hole that is scrap down.
Aye. Titans just attacked the upper city. We've got him reading out in all sort of readings and all sorts. We've come down here to see if we can find out what's going on, whether things been activated again or just get some news.
You say Titan has attacked?
Titan is active in the upper city and accessing security protocols up there. I saw it myself, monitors flagging up with Titan over and over fucking again. I was left out of the loop the last time. This time I want to find out what the fuck's going on. Listen, I know we're not welcome down here, but we need to get to the mayor, so whoever it is.
You are welcome. As far as I'm concerned.
Alright, well I hope everybody else feels the same way. I'm not here to start trouble, I'm here to, well, figure out what the fuck's going on. Either way, I'm sure you've got your own business, but watch yourself. If you see any rogue synths walking about, well, raise the alarm as soon as you can and try and be a hero. Let's go.
Hopefully I'm not one of the rogue synths.
Aye, well hopefully you're not. You seem to be talking alright to me.
Nice, alright.
You don't strike me as one of these cyber zombies people have told me about anyway. I don't know what it's about, man. A couple of weeks ago, someone had told me, if someone mentioned that a necromancer existed, I'd have laughed in their face.
I fucking would.
Nowadays, I don't know what to believe. Aye, and I wish it was.
I think my name's being called.
Right, well, see you about, gentlemen.
Have fun, WOTO. Be safe.
Thanks. I don't have a fucking clue who that was.
No designation, sir.
Prosthetics look pretty nice, so I assume he's corporate though. Now that you tell, looking at me. Right. You right then?
Affirmative.
Thought I heard.
Just adjusting sensors.
Alright, thought I heard something. Last time I was down here, I was trying to get Ricky a fucking car as quick as possible. What were they doing all day against me? Alright, we better make our intentions known. Don't want people whispering.
Understood.
Alright. Wastelanders, you don't want me here, and I don't want to be here either. We've got sign that Titan is active again. Any of you know anything about it?
Sorry, can't help.
No.
Anything you know?
We'll just pick up your payment next time. Oh, never mind. That'll work.
Listen.
Me and Zax got into the synth that was spreading this stuff around. We cleaned it up, got rid of everything that was even remotely dangerous or alien.
Aye, how long ago was that?
Is there any infected synths down here?
None of the synths are affected anymore based on all my tests.
Right, okay. So if I was to tell you one walked into the upper city a long time ago and went straight into SHIIIEEEEETTT HQ, what would you say?
Depends on how long it took for them to get into SHIIIEEEEETTT HQ.
Aye, well,
How long ago?
roughly half an hour I came straight down.
What was the synth?
I didn't see it myself, but I've got no reason to not believe him. I saw that Titan on it myself, it was the same as last time. Monitor's reading Titan, 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 Titan over and over again. Listen, I didn't deal with this the first time. Why would Titan want us to know it's there? If it's active again and you guys did do something about it, which I'm... Attempting to what? Seize systems?
It may be seize systems. Take control of Upper City.
Oh yeah, that may well be, but... But no, this feels different. Putting its own name over everything. We've got people counter-hacking each other all the time up there. It could have blamed it on Senidia and I'd have believed it. This thing wants attention. Why? Listen, reports I've heard suggest that this thing was being worshipped. Is that correct? This thing was getting sacrifices to it, something like that.
The Titan did require blood plasma.
Blood plasma? So when people say sacrifice, were synths revering it as a god, or am I mishearing things?
It more of took control of the synthetics rather than us worshipping them.
All accounts say that they couldn't control themselves.
Aye.
Affirmative.
So what is this thing, just fucking vain, or...? The word sacrifice is a lot of constitute... Right. Fine, it could just be that the upper city... It could just be that the wasteland attack failed and now it's gonna try the upper city instead. But you gotta be careful out there as well. We've got enough threats to deal with as is. I don't know how much you guys know about, well, what's going on right now, but it's looking fucking dire and it affects all of us. We can go back to hating each other's guts soon enough afterwards, but we need to be stable on this. WOTO's been constant on that matter. Hey, you lot, you're a Senidia, right? Now I know you're Senidia, right? So, Titan just hacked your HQ. Do you know about it?
What?
Wait, what?
Yeah, no. Titan has just been active in the upper city and has allegedly compromised your HQ. You've been down there this whole time, you've not seen anything.
I've seen nothing.
We had some synths malfunction before.
Alright, so the reason you got a gun in the air. Yeah.
Yeah. I've been making my patrols, make sure there's no one splattering about Path to Eden or similar.
Aye.
You recognize that phrase?
No, I don't.
No. But when they're malfunctioning, they start going ranting about finding a path to Eden or something.
You sound like the sort of man I need to speak to. Come with me if you would. Don't worry, I'll pay for your time.
Hadwin is the councilman.
My name is Hadwin Ermeyer. I'm one of the councilmen here in Scraptown.
You?
If there's something of concern, I would like to be privy to this.
Absolutely. Do you have an office of sorts?
I use my house, unfortunately. We're still in the process of rebuilding some of the damage from the previous incident.
Fair enough. Well, if you wouldn't mind, lead on. Thank you kindly.
After you.
Thanks.
I've had the other man stay outside so we can speak freely.
Cozy, right. Hadwin, was it?
Funded by... Yes.
If, I don't know how much you want probably know, and I'll keep my voice down. I've had communications with a colleague named Simon. Says that you're ex-WOTO, is that right?
It's a complicated matter.
Aye.
Officially, I'm still under the corporation. Unofficially, I have been working independently.
I've got enough complication right now. Listen, this Titan. we've got a number of threats going on right now. Last time you guys seemed to seal it away to deal with it or something. I've been made privy to a bit of information from Wastelanders I've spoke to and from what Simon's found out in his own investigations. As of, I'm going to say 30 to 40 minutes ago, this thing became active again in the upper city. Hacked several computer terminals at major corps, different corps to say the least. I know of SHIIIIEEEEEETTT and Atlantis that were hacked. Everything else, however, is, well, remains to be seen. WOTO appears unfazed at this time. The one thing that I know that both of these people had in common was that they had people on the ground for the attack. They may have carried something up in the prosthetics or something. Something strange that got in. Infects things around them. I also hear reports of cyber zombies, and of this thing needing some sort of cult, blood sacrifices and the sort. The thing needing worship, some sort of religiosity to it. I need someone who can tell me exactly what's going on, so I can know what I should be believing.
I can tell you everything I know about what happened down here. Admittedly, what I know is limited to what I've observed myself and what I've heard from the others.
Aye.
But they've confided in me a fair amount, given that the people down here trust me.
Aye. Well...
A few days back, when this incident almost began, several of these synthetics, both within the city and within Scraptown proper, suddenly walked out into the wastes. No real explanation. No one paid it much mind. People go out on scrap runs all the time.
Yeah.
A large group of our own organics went out on their own scrap run, large convoy, like we do on from time to time as a community building effort.
Right.
And they came across, by chance, the same location the synthetics had gone to.
Right.
No sooner had they arrived than they were opened fire by our own friends, which was, to say the least, concerning.
So these things, these were these
people were taken.
synths been taking control, or was this cyber zombie shite I've heard about?
These were the synths at the time.
Go on.
A few of our number were taken hostage. The rest managed to escape. We had a few casualties. As far as I understand, the following day, the synthetics that were down there and a team of individuals that went in, as far as I understand, were corporate aligned to some degree. I don't know which one. Managed to, as far as I understand, disable this Titan program. They believed it had been destroyed because once they had dealt with the mainframe in that location, in this base or whatever out in the sands, all of the synthetics became non-hostile. They started acting normal again, as though waking up from a fever dream.
I knew it was too good to be true.
A few of them, their programming had been slightly scrambled. Certain aspects of personality had been altered, but we have a man in town who's been working on repairing and has had, as far as I understand, a modicum of success.
Aye.
We believe the situation resolved that way.
So, these things, these synths that were infected, have any of them made their way back into the city?
I would assume as some of them originated from the city.
Right.
Not all the synths that were out there were from the scrap town.
So this thing went dormant, and the synths just went on home. And now we've got them crawling all over the city for Titan to be active again. Great news, right? Fantastic. Right, so that's something that needs to be dealt with. The way that this thing's attacking, you've been in there before, and you say you did damage to it, managed to put it to sleep, kill it, whatever word it is you want to use. If it's been hurt once, and it was actually hurt the first time, you'd have thought that maybe in future it might be a bit more discreet about it. That's not what it's doing. It's hacking into every major fucking terminal that it can find and printing Titan, 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 Titan over and over again on the console. That lets me know that this thing wants to be found. Now, I don't know what to make of this religiosity thing of it. People worshipping it as a god, its stance on organic life. But I need to know, is there any reason that you think this thing would want to be found?
Logically speaking, the reason it would want to is if it's programmed that way, assuming it is entirely software in nature. I don't know too much about computers. I'm not a decker, I'm not a roboticist.
Hey, that makes two of us.
My best guess is that if it wants to be found, then that is most likely a step towards whatever its goal is. If it's trying to sacrifice organics, or have organic sacrifice to it, it's a program. There's a reason for this.
Aye.
It is a step towards an objective. I highly doubt that is the objective itself.
Aye. Listen.
If its goal was to simply wipe us all out, I don't think it would want to be noticed.
I don't think its plan is to wipe us all out. Hadwin, let me air a theory to you. How much do you know about the Xeno situation?
If you're referring to the biomass, I've heard bits and pieces.
Alright, well... WOTO's on a policy of letting people know, but know that the information I'm about to tell you is, well, must be disseminated with caution. Not that it damages WOTO at all, but it's just gonna pose the risk of starting a panic.
I was a project lead in the Agricultural and Environmental Division of WOTO Corporation for 10 years. I understand the need for discretion.
Aye, good. Well, that may well be, but I don't know you. But it doesn't matter. Listen. The Xenos are a hive mind. They're hyper-intelligent. They're a combination of technology, organic matter, and indeed magic. Something thought not before possible. Not long ago, about a week at this point, after we discovered the mass on the Golden Lance, a subsect of its matter made its way into the upper city. It stole a car, if you believe it, flew up, and landed straight on the landing pad. This thing then remained inert for a short while. People obviously curious about what was going on, started setting off an alarm. Quiet at first, but then eventually it escalated to a corp emergency class signal of the sort not heard since the Galactic War. This thing didn't react when it was shot at. Didn't react when it was burnt. It didn't try and save itself when we shot it with a fucking mech. Well, it didn't want to happen though. It didn't want to be scanned. Tendril came out, hit a guard straight through the chest, piercing his heart and taking it back inside the body to be absorbed. Everything else, totally fine. Something knowing something about it, that I wasn't keen on. So tell me, you're stuck in a broken old GU vessel for something like 15 years, feeding off what small amount of power you can find. You managed to find the way out somehow, maybe attached to the back of one of the people who went down there. And instead of feasting on Saviour City's power lines, instead of absorbing every person it could find, it went to the tallest building at the highest point and screamed as loud as it fucking could. Not many people know this, but the Upper City is actually built out of the remains of the colonial starship that was used to first come to Cavanus. It's built for that purpose. The thing's got interstellar communication capabilities. Before long, something responded. SHIIIEEEEEETTT outposts have been attacked. This thing is coming, and now it has the warp codes too to get into the sector. This thing is more unified than us. It appears to be smarter than us. It's extremely hard to kill, and it knows a lot about us when we know next to nothing about it. That thing, if it wanted, man, well, that thing could have made its way into any ship it wanted and headed off this planet. If it wanted to leave, it could have done. But no, it phoned home. Summoned more to come to this planet. More to follow it. And now, Titan appears to be doing the same thing. It's got to the upper city, and it's calling out and it's making a sound. Now, I'm not going to be one of those people who's saying that the things are related. I don't know if Titan and the Xenos are the same thing. Part of me, in my head, if this thing hates organic life, thinks that maybe this Titan thing is being targeted specifically. Corvanis 3 is being targeted specifically because Titan's the only thing that can fucking kill it. Maybe there's some sort of memento of a long-forgotten war. I've been doing investigations into a necromancer. Turns out that there was some sort of building, something far older than Saviour City, that found underneath the ground. Some sort of necropolis. We've got people trying to figure out what was down there right now, see if we can pick up a signal to knock this thing off fucking course. That bit's not to get outside of this room. But, let's just say I think we might be in the middle of something. Now, there it is. It's out on the table. We're between the rock and a very hard place. We're cut off, no one's coming for help, and it could turn up at any moment now that the warden gates have been compromised. So therefore, I need people here on the ground who are willing to talk to us upstairs about what this thing is. Though we got a number of traitors in the cops right now, which are something that we're trying to do something about, if we need to work together on this. Not for WOTO, not for the Corp, but for Corvanis 3. We can go back to hating each other afterwards. So, if you know anything that can dispel, confirm, elucidate any of my opinions, I am all ears. Does that make sense to you? I know that was a lot.
A few things come to mind, but much of it is speculation and extrapolation.
That's all I have right now.
I understand there are similarities between these events and events that occurred about a year ago. I heard rumors from some associates of mine in Savior's Undercity that there was some sort of infectious parasite that attacked a year ago that is similar in nature. I was given an opportunity to examine the remains of the unit, and I have since developed a base for I bioengineered an organic chemical that can be used as a base to potentially destroy such things that would need to be made specific to the organic matter in question. The reason I bring this up is that if by any chance I'm ever able to study a sample of this entity, I could, at the very least on the biological side, develop a similar countermeasure.
Well, in that case, I've got some good news for you.
Well within my capabilities.
We have a joint expedition with... we have a joint operation with SHIIIIEEEEEETTT, though I don't know how I feel about that. We're going to use a power source and a manual lock to try and entice some of this entity out of what remains of the Golden Lance. Once we get it in the ship, we shut the power off so it can't feed on anything. We lock the door manually behind it. The ship's already built. We're going to be starting an operation to capture it tomorrow. That will be our biological sample. It's a joint effort between a number of the corps. If we can,
Sir, if you can give me 5 seconds with this organism, I will be able to develop a countermeasure.
Aye, well...
But I will need to be in the room with.
In the room. As a security head on site, I might be able to arrange that, yes. But just know that it'll not go without resistance. I might have to play it down, might have to say some mean things. Might have to say, we're just gonna throw a wastelander to it, see what happens. But if that's what I need to get you inside, then that might be what's necessary. Understood. One other thing. A point in favour of this Titan and Xeno threat not being the same thing. Sinidi's already been hacked once. A WOTO guard became infected with the zombie virus. We don't know how. He was a guard that was escorted from a front door to the GU tower and then became infected while he was there. Walked over in Sinidi. Thing came in ignorant to fucking bullet fire. Apparently, something about his presence hacked the whole goddamn place and sent the fucking coordinates into orbit. Today, I hear that a synth has walked into their front door and done the same thing, hacked him again. I doubt very much that they both would, well, if it was the one person, if they are on the same side, that they would hack the same place twice. Doesn't seem right to me. That's all I have that may suggest that maybe there's some sort of outcome in this which involves us playing off one against the other. Though I'm aware what I'm saying is dangerous, and I'm aware what I'm saying is something that there's a lot of people who aren't going to like the idea of Corpse getting anywhere near Titan, particularly Wastelanders who've experienced the thing firsthand. But let me level with you again. I don't know much about magic, but I know that I don't think it usually interfaces quite well with technology. Albeit this thing seems to be an exception, but it still seems remarkable to me that a zombie infected with whatever it is able to access and hack Sinidi's whole fucking security network. What sounds more like he'd be able to do that is nanites. What do you know about the cyber zombies? And more specifically, a man named Blaine's involvement with them, if at all.
I've unfortunately never heard the name.
Aye, he might have used a pseudonym when he comes down here. He works for Sinidi. He's got he usually wears a long coat with a hood, covers his eyes. He's got a shirt on, I think it's a band or something, looks like some sort of setting sun. Something from back home. Arms are fully augmented.
I've seen him at that once, but I've never had the chance to speak. Never reason to.
Aye. We'll be wary of him. We got the reason to believe he's up to no good, but it is what it is. So, cyber zombies. What do you know?
Based on what you're telling me, I think I can surmise cyber zombies. Honestly, at that one, sir, I don't want to make any assumptions. I'm afraid I'm gonna have to say that I don't know enough to be able to form a theory.
Right. That makes sense. Fine. Well, if I said to start barking about destroying all organic life, I need you to let us know as soon as. Can I trust you on that?
Absolutely. I'm
glad to hear it. In that case, I'll do what I can to...
The only reason that... the only reason that I returned to the wasteland as I did was a disagreement on particulars of my projects. But I am still loyal to WOTO.
What was the project?
And I... recultivation of the sands. Terraforming.
Aye.
They said it was impossible.
It's the Golden Grail, that's for sure. Terraforming a desert world, it's been, well, it's been talked about for a long bloody time. There's a high aspiration there, if you don't mind me saying.
I attempted to contact WOTO executives a few days past because I had a proposal to bring. A possible lead. But I say that this certainly takes precedence and priority.
If I'm gonna go into a boardroom and talk to Goldman about why I need to bring a technically working for us, technically not wastelander on board, it's usually good if I get to dangle something at him that makes him a bit of money. I believe your credentials. It's more a matter. I heard as much from Simon, but this lead that you have. Hey, well, thank you for checking in. We'll be wrapping up shortly.
Apologies.
No, it's all right. He's just doing his due. If you could spark notes whatever the project's down and just have it prepared for if Goldman quizzes you about it, it'd do me many favours. That is, if we get the time and this thing's. I'm gonna be honest with you, Hardwin. This thing's smart. I don't see this going down without problems. It's not some sort of like fucking raccoon that you can bait into a trap. It's a hyper-intelligent, space-wayfaring hive mind. Do I see it walking into a metal box with a door behind it? But unfortunately, it's one of the only leads we got to go on if we're going to do anything about this. I hear that as well. Listen. Let's take a look. Did you see nothing?
Perhaps it came from outside.
It does. There's someone breaking in through your roof by the sound of it. I think that's my invitation to take my leave as well. Yeah.
What time will you be coming to look for me tomorrow?
It's probably easier if you make your way upstairs first. To this. It's a pass to the upper city. You won't get questions if you wave it around. Come straight to the HQ as of the morning and, well, we'll make your plan known. Aye,
I'll have that right up for you as well, just in case, Golden.
Aye, I'll do what I can, but, no promises. Thank you for your cooperation today, Hadwin. It's been, well, let's hope for the best.
Maybe it's not nice.
As a member of the council, sir, I would want to make sure that relations are amicable.
Aye. That's my cue to leave. I'll head straight back out. Thank you. So if you'll be waiting there, thanks. Do you have a place that we can go and speak privately just for a short while, just to corroborate a few things? I'm sorry for keeping you waiting.
You and me?
Aye, sorry if you were waiting to speak to me.
Nah, I'm good. I trust Mr. Councilman here.
Aye.
Hadwin.
Right, he was very cooperative. Is there a way out that doesn't involve walking past the needy?
That might be any.
Unfortunately, the gate is the only way out, but...
Alright. Let's go quickly then.
Yes, sir.
You got a beef with Suniti?
Need to know.
What do you have so many books? Yeah. What are these books for?
Why were you in?
From the library.
Again? Happen again?
Isn't that the whole deal? Were you not around for that?
Went around.
Of course he's here, it makes sense, but doesn't do anything to put my fucking stomach at ease.
Car, sir. Watch out.
Aye. You're right there, Mars. Struggling to find some nicer wheels.
What was that?
I checked around the place to see if there's any sign of Titan. I don't know if you've experienced a breach as well.
Yeah, we're not sure. We'll see.
I know of at least 2 corps got hacked. Seems quiet down here at the moment, but well. Listen.
Hope it stays that way.
So we should return haste.
Aye, we should. We'll catch up soon. Best of luck, Mars.
Are they
Is it there, Korgak? Sandstorm's coming.
Yeah, think we still going out.
Aye, well, best of luck to you. Hey, that's one of the fucking new cop cars. Don't mind if I fucking do. Yeah, being a corp has its perks. Right, oh, let's get out of here right sight. Fuck me, I hope no one's dead. I hope no one's dead. I hope no one's dead. Please, oh man, don't break up my WOTO cube. Oh, we were working together and GOLDMAN was here. I hope no one's dead. Ah! Oh, fuck. I hope no one's dead. Right. Good day there. Hi. I hope I'm very curious to know how your day has gone. It's been an interesting one. Have you also been struck by the Titan situation?
I don't think we have we? No. What do you mean by struck by the Titan situation?
My God.
Exactly.
We should shoot one of them, perhaps? No, I'm considering.
There's a WOTO one in there.
Hey.
They're properly protesting. They're calmly protesting.
Hey, yeah, I noticed. Listen, Titan's alive again. It's attacked Senidia and Atlantis, at least I'm aware of. I've just gone down to the. Are you aware of Titan? You know, I'm not talking to it. We brought it up in the meeting earlier. Yeah, so.
Yes, we were at the meeting.
I'm surprised you haven't spoken about it. The thing's been making itself known. I'm trying to figure out why. Wasteland seems fine for now, but I'm just figuring out if we know anything about what's fucked it off. If you excuse me, I'll need to go check the systems. The situation in regards to the traitor, has that been resolved?
That has been absolutely resolved.
I'm glad to hear it.
Quite alright.
Alright, sorry, I've just seen someone I need to speak to. I do apologise.
How do I can I accidentally give people like things? Like how easy is it to accidentally fuck up? Oh. Did I just accidentally
what's going on?
Hey, I'm hearing voices too. That's all fine then.
Usual.
Man,
Sorry, I had voices in my head.
No, you're fine, you're fine. We apologize for not so strong earlier. Again, pleasure to meet you. My name's Sherry. I'm
you know, fine, he can deal with that.
area recently. Can I help you?
Yeah, no, I'm the head of security for this building. Right, who the fuck are you and why are you here?
We are the Knights
We
of
were
the
in the
Wisp.
we were at a meeting.
Understood. Is, Ricky and GOLDMAN upstairs?
Of course they are.
Excellent news. Thank you kindly, Knights of the Realm.
The Wisp! You.
Huh.
Hi, Simon.
Oh, thank God everyone's alive.
Yeah. That's why we need to make sure he doesn't get inside that temple.
He was?
Last year when we
Yeah,
were down there, we had
called
taken
himself-
care of those zombies.
He was like a spirit
Oh.
or something.
There's more. However, these were not controlled by a necromancer. At least, not yet.
He might try to consume like the dawn, the shadow, and the fire. And then
That's
he's
right.
trying to get to the fire spirit. He wants to devour it.
You think so?
Yes, I know so because I was warned about that.
By who?
By the shadow spirit, by the dawn, whoever visited me. It was the shadow spirit. And it sounded like it was in pain. It was warning me about the volcano. It was saying that he wants to break through the rift. And that he should not go through there.
I
He'll
just
devour everything.
had a day where things were looking like they were getting better again.
That's a good point.
And I come back to the office
The power I've been searching for.
and people are talking about shattering the
Typical
rift.
baddies.
And there's the missing part of the puzzle.
Yeah, well, we were supposed to suspend. Look, he came before he went through all this. He first made his appearance on the Upper City, in which he showed up to me, and actually Enzo as well from Mars, and he made an offer to us. Now, I didn't exactly take him up on that offer yet, and I don't plan to at this point. But he gave us some sense of what he wanted, and then offered us great rewards as a company for it. Oh, he's trying to win allies.
Was that great
Specifically in the Upper
reward?
City, it seems.
Keeping the planet safe
It
by any
is like that.
chance?
That's true.
I will.
Exactly. We knew that as well, which is why we even entertained the idea of a partnership. But
I am
obviously,
still
after new information's
entertaining
come to
the
light,
idea of a
it's not gonna happen.
partnership.
Speaking of which,
No, that's
you gotta get back in touch with that Dr. Alex around the gloop thing. That was the thing he wanted us to suspend work on.
Is
Well-
there anything else we need to discuss,
Mr.
sirs?
Ricky, Alex is
What?
dead.
What?
What?
There was an explosion in a row yesterday.
Someone
That's
planted a
with
bomb.
a company. They usually stay together. He's dead, and if I had to take my guess, she is too, because no one has seen her.
An explosion.
Yes.
What?
And that's my shot.
What cause? She's not that, you know, she wouldn't make a mistake and cause an explosion.
We don't know who or why or what.
Spirits.
Their places caved in, and he's dead.
The voice of Slumber is telling us that he can't eat some fucking spirits. Now I don't understand this now.
Stop their research.
If this is a powerful man,
That
why
is
are
all
we
I know.
taking sides with this lot rather than him?
Does she have any events?
Oh my god, I'm gonna kill them!
Breathe, Manu.
Jupiter, what's that?
We need to have a conversation later, Ricky. I've been, had a lot of conversations about that
I didn't know their
today.
name. Yeah, okay. Yeah, let's. If you guys can stick around, let's talk about that.
That it
For
is.
everyone else,
I found
are
a
there
lot
any
of
other
things
thoughts
today.
or, you know,
As for that blood, only some of the coven knows. I wasn't really sure. So that should stay in here.
of course. Polaris and WOTO will help do the diagnosis, and it doesn't have to make it back down to the coven.
Yeah, I don't trust
If anybody has, if anybody has
So,
Kira,
you know Gregor Brunswick, I understand.
And not you.
Are you talking about?
She's going to give us
Lock.
a blood. Thank you for your time.
I hope they don't what about him?
You know him.
Not you, don't worry
Hi.
about it, darling. You're
I
fine.
did. Sometimes.
Be surprised.
How did you know him?
Huh?
How did you know him?
Yeah, you'd be surprised.
Free to go then, if you want.
I had a friend that talked to him.
Trust me, we will reach you.
Listen. Your friend Locke, I suspect, is currently
He's not
thinking,
my friend.
this man you knew, Locke,
It is our intent to help the Undercity. We're not here
he's
to
not the
harm
man that perhaps you thought he was. I don't doubt that he thinks he's doing the right thing to try and help a lot of people right now. And he's made a lot of enemies in his past that have led him to be quite secretive about this.
Wait a second. I'm overhearing something. I don't know where he is. If I did, I probably would have told you by now.
I don't need to. Well, I do, but I just need to make
Last
you
I saw, he
aware.
was in the road.
If there's anything you can tell me. This person thinks he's helping, but he is very much not. If anything comes up, if anyone reaches out to you, you need to tell us, alright? Can you do that?
I don't think anyone will reach out to me anymore. The person that I did is gone.
The person
So he's lost to the wind, I'd say.
lost. Right. What manner of man is this Locke?
I don't know. The person he was friends with was kind of complicated. I would say probably complicated.
Who was this
I
man?
saw him a couple times and said hello, and he was nice. But I didn't really stick around too much.
Right. Who was this man who was in contact with Locke? What happened to him?
Oh, he died.
He died.
It was Norman.
Norman, did you say?
Mm.
I met
Norman
Norman.
did a lot of lying and a lot of bad things.
He struck me as a
Mm.
complicated man.
I think I've gotta go because my
I
oldest son here
understand.
is still there.
But if you know anything,
But I'll talk to you again later.
hi,
I can find you here, right?
of course. Thank you. Do you have a name?
Hi. It's Fred.
Friend. Curious. I'm Len. You can come and find me anytime. How long has it been since? How many times could I? Sarah, hi, sorry. How the fuck did it go? Like, sorry, I just had a fucking moment. Mr. Goldman.
What? Is he yours?
I take it the mission was a success. I'm glad to see you're all back in one piece.
Well, I'm sure they're feeling great. Although it wasn't as profitable as I'd hoped. I need your report on the situation with the what is it, Atlas? Sorry, I'm forgetting. Astral.
Astral, aye.
Astral Corporation.
Do you mind if we take a step into your office and keep our voices down for a moment?
Please.
Thank you.
After you.
He tried to kill Cleo.
Is that true? He says you tried to shoot him. I didn't ask, any of that.
She was just kind of roughing him up.
Son, I need you to understand that I wouldn't have missed this meeting if it wasn't bloody important. The conversation with Ian has been illuminating in a great many ways. Illuminating in a great many ways that are gonna help us a long time in the future. Sir, I know you don't like secrets with what Ricky's had going on at the moment, but
I really don't.
I'm gonna need to ask you to trust me on this one, sir. It's been a very profitable day.
Profit?
Aye.
How so?
Let's just say that, well, if you'll permit it, I have gained access and insight to information with several individuals who would be compromised in their current very useful activities if I was to be too loud about the nature of what those activities are, or indeed who those people are. I've had a number of meetings, and I can assure you that a man as paranoid as myself would not be doing something like this unless I was sure that, well, this was 100% legitimate. But it is 100% legitimate. More than that.
You're being so vague. I'm just not following. What exactly did you accomplish?
I have
learned,
made a series of connections which are going to keep you safe, are going to help us save this planet, and are going to allow us to move forwards on a great many individuals who could compromise our operations here. All will become very clear with time. However, our joint cooperation on this will allow us, WOTO, to act very loudly. If we are the ones seen as acting very loudly at things that will act directly in the favour of saving the planet, that looks extremely good on the stocks. Ergo, we win the race. These people are looking larger than Corvanis 3. These people are looking purely for their own safety and betterment. They're not interested in the rat race as much. However, with them working in the shadows, we can be the people who bring in the bucks. And the people who the news publicise are the ones
Should I
who
expect a full
engineered it
report
all.
on this, you know,
On this,
end of day?
at this point, I'm afraid not, though there's a point that I need to raise up to that. Are you aware that the upper city has been breached again by Titan?
I was not.
Aye. A synth has come up and hacked both Atlantis HQ and SHIIIEEEEETTT at least. This is curious, of course, because
we know they're all the faulty ones.
Aye, yeah, that's right. That we do. Though, that being said, it actually helps us a great deal. The aliens hacked SHIIIEEEEETT HQ already, if that's to be believed. I don't see them needing to do it twice if they broadcasted all the coordinates. This is confirmation to me, no matter soft, that Titan and the aliens are indeed different things. As we are just a, I suppose, desert world, I can't see anything else more interesting on here than Titan. Titan hates organic life. I've got this little theory going on in my head that maybe the reason the Xenos are so interested in this damn thing is because it's the only thing that can kill them. And more than that, sir, it has a control room. Titan has a room that can be controlled. It's in the desert. I'm making contacts with the Wastelanders right now to see if I can find out the direct access route. I'm hoping to use this joint operation with SHIIIEEEEETTT to capture the thing as a moment to network a little bit further. But it is without a doubt that, well, SHIIIEEEEETTT, knowing about this and being on the ground floor, they'll be working to secure this thing for themselves. Sir, if we can secure a Titan, if we can control Corvanis 3, I mean really control Corvanis 3, then this isn't just winning the race. This is winning the Corp fucking war. With a Titan on their side, there's no one who'll be able to stop us. No one. Not Mars, no Quixote, not anyone else. If we manage to control this thing, then that's the galaxy.
Leonard, there's finally someone on my page. I wanted to do this earlier for your merits in the union meeting, but I'm promoting you. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir. I'm Well, I'm honored. Do you have a new title that comes with the position, or?
Well, you know, I'll work on that for you, but, you know, I'll see whatever next rank up is. I don't actually, follow all that shit.
I'll sign the paperwork, it's fine, but thank you kindly, son.
Go get yourself some much-needed rest. You've done more for this company than a few of the others maybe ever will.
I take you're up to speed then, with the whole spirit thing. No?
Unfortunately. You know, I don't like something that I can't shoot in the face and get rid of.
Aye, and I certainly don't like something
It's on my
like
nerves.
that. Influencing and compelling senior corp executives to take actions that they otherwise wouldn't.
Indeed.
Now.
Very well. We have to conclude our business here. So.
Aye, that we do, so.
Take care, Mr. Leonard, and
Thank you kindly, sir.
I look forward to the developments to come.
Aye, thank you. I am sure we will, secure this. Corvanis 3 and the presidency. Thank you, sir.
What Cleo can do, I can do to a stronger extent. I can convince him to come here if I really need to.
Perfect. Is there anything else we can do to help, or anything else you need?
I think we're good.
I've been dismissed. I don't want a promotion, sir. I want to be left alone. I've handed you the fucking... the reach of the keys of the fucking galaxy. Everything I fucking do. Just pushes me further and further away. I came here to do a compliance job. Figure out what was going on in this godforsaken sector. The usual. Who was this, eh? It's alright, there's no one about. Drop the man on the floor. Do you have the record, or? No. Well, I hope we did something wrong. Actually wrong, that is. That little girl, wherever she is. Crouched down on my knees talking to her. I never got to do that. Never. I never got to talk to Sarah. Pat her on the head. Pull her close. Tell her I loved her. What about you, eh? Did you have a family? Yeah, you've ended up in a cube now, but... Did you ever get to hold your door? Did you go to bed every night with your wife? Did you never have to eat a man? Hey. This one's sweet. How old were you, I wonder? Did you? Did you get to 30? Maybe 35? 20 maybe? How old would you have to be for me to trade your life for mine? I do nothing but panic. Look behind my own back. Check the shadows. Try and do the thinking that no one else seems to be able to do. I do all of that. And my reward is just thinking more, checking bigger shadows in loftier looking rooms. Going ever slowly closer to snapping. Did you have to put up with any of that? We like bracks. Live hard, die young. Fuck the corpse. Fuck responsibility. Did you dream of dying a free man? But people don't want freedom, do they? They want it all in a nice, convenient little cube. Well,
Attention role players, the session is now over.
you pardon me now. Part of WOTO's monster.
Jimmy. It'll be fine.